Girl, girl, girl. Listen, sometimes I'm playing this thing and I get carried away and I keep dancing. Okay, I even forget I'm doing this shit. Girl. Lovely Love, you're something else. Lovely Love is talking about, Lovely Love is talking about, she can get off of here if I play my song too long. Girl, I am busy behind here dancing. Okay. This thing is playing loud and I'm here dancing and I'm like, ooh, I forgot. I'm doing this thing right here. Let me go back to the computer. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Gwen Jones. Good morning, JP. Good morning, Lovely Love. Did you sleep, girl? Good morning, Lovely Love. I came in your live like a few minutes before you got off, and I'm like, did this girl sleep? I saw Newbie and Joanna. Joanna, did you sleep? I saw Newbie and I saw Joanna, and then you left like 2 minutes after that. The girl said if I play my music too long, girl, I'm dancing. Okay, you can't deny the drums. Okay, I don't know if you understand. You wouldn't probably, but it's the drums for me. Okay. Good morning, Charlene. Happy Mother's Day. Ow. Good morning, Poison Ivy. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody coming in. Listen. It's supposed to be happy for some. For some, it may not be. Hey, Miss Charlotte's in here. Hey, everybody. I'm hoping you guys can hear me clearly. And I'm hoping you can understand me. Oh, can understand me. It's so fun. I crack my fucking self up all the time. Ooh. Okay. Well, if you can't understand my language, now would be the time to sign out and go to another channel. Okay. Yeah. 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 Hey, meanwhile. Oh no. Thank you, meanwhile. Let me know if it's better. Oh my goodness. All this time I was here chatting away and stuff. I don't got no tape over this phone, so. Listen, phone, camera button, keep your ass quiet. Okay. I don't know where that tape went. Okay. So let me remove one of these things. Thank you so much, meanwhile. I appreciate you and I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate you guys. Which one of these do I remove? Because I got two of me up here. Okay, you could go. There we go. I was chatting. That means nobody heard anything I was saying. Lovely Love, you were there talking about, when you play your music too long, whatever. Girl, I am dancing to the drums. Okay. I get carried away sometimes behind here once I hit those drums. And I was saying before that I was in your live not too long ago when you were live and you by the time I came to listen, you were on your way out. So I don't know what you guys were up to last night. And I'm saying hi again to everybody because I don't know what you heard or didn't hear. So hey again to Gwen Jones. Good morning. Hey JP. Hey again, Lovely Love. Hey, Charlene. Good morning. Hey, Poison Ivy. Miss Gerald is already sipping. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. Thank you again, meanwhile. Thank you to everyone in here, and thank you to those. You said Rico was there too. So you guys were cutting up all of last night into this morning. Ooh. Did you sleep, girl? Did you sleep? Did you sleep? I hope you did. Oh no, is it messing up? Is my microphone? Oh Lord, let me see something. Let me unplug this. So, meanwhile, says it's loud and clear, and now you're saying my mic is not good today. I don't know what to do. Sometimes this thing is all StreamYard because I don't have my Bluetooth in. I don't have nothing in. I don't know. I don't know. If it gets worse, let me know. I'll start the live over. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Was it bad before that? Girl. Looks like she's behind the stream probably. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's behind in the stream when I was cut when the sound was distorted or whatever. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Yes, and I'm playing my drums again. If you can't deal with me and my culture, you know what to do. Okay? Alrighty. I'll be back in. I'm gonna check something out real quick. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I'm good. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. I just came on here real quick. Meanwhile, I ain't mad at you, girl. I just came on here real quick to say happy early Mother's Day because I know I won't. I don't think I'll be on here tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day to all those in the beef. Should I say the beef sector? You know what? Happy Mother's Day. Hey, Camp Me. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who is a parent out there. Whether you're a parent because you're a teacher, you may work at a whatever, if you have to deal with children, if you got to be a parent, if you are a foster mom, if you impact children's life in any way in a positive form, happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there who are actually doing what they need to do as a parent. Those who are actually parenting and not just holding the title of mother. You're actually doing what you need to do as a parent, taking care of your responsibilities and being a good. What the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Who this? The fuck you coming at me try to come talk about mad me? I want a bomber clot this. Who that? Jimbo fat fuck whatever your bomber clot name. Come out of my chat. The fuck? Can't stand bitches like you come out of. Let me go block your bitch. Listen, I was trying to be really good this. Hold on. Fuck you come from. Jim Fatnam. Let me block you come. I don't know where the fuck you think you be. I'm gonna look at that bomber clot from your song. Where? Where him there? I can't even see him again. Where is he? Fuck you. Block your bitch ass from out of my chat. See you there. Go on. Come out of my blood clot chat. Stand someone look a pussy while we come. Where you come from? What was I saying? God. Fucking. Ugh. Okay. All right. I was trying to make a point. No, I don't know where the hell I went. I am back. What was I saying? God. Ugh. The fuck was I saying? Fuck. Fuck was I saying a while ago? Fuck. I'm hoping you can hear me now. A call came in, so it kind of messed this shit up. Man, the negative energy just comes so early in the morning. Like, fuck this little bitch. God, these fucking people just fucking. I was trying to be so cool. Now I got to start all over. Okay, so like I was saying, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are listening. Hoping you're having a good day so far, and I'm hoping tomorrow is an even better day for you. I'm shouting out to all of those who are the real mothers who don't just hold the title of mother, but you're being a good parent, the teachers, whatever. You may work in different organizations that take care of children, foster moms, everybody. If you're just a guardian to someone, happy Mother's Day to you too. If you've been, you aren't blessed to have biological children and you're still taking care of children in different ways, happy Mother's Day to you too. You are appreciated. You may not hear about it right now from them. Maybe there are young children and stuff. Happy Mother's Day to you. Once you're doing what you need to do as a parent, kudos to you. And I want to also say a happy Mother's Day to those people who are grieving right now. You may be in the midst of grieving the loss of your mom. Because I think I've seen like 2 people so far, or 3 people, who their moms just passed. So I know, like, right now, when everybody's, getting ready to celebrate Mother's Day, that this is going to be a hard time for them. And not only that, you have people who their moms have passed like years ago, and it's still a soft spot for them. It's still kind of it's hurtful this time of the year. So we got to remember those people too. There are people who are still out there grieving the loss of their moms. What I'm suggesting that people like you do, who have lost their mom or lost that mother figure in their life, those persons who know they had the best mom ever, who raised them, loved them, took good care of them, and was very responsible, still take this day, even though it may be a painful day tomorrow, still take this day to acknowledge the fact that this woman played a pivotal role in your life and has helped to form or shape who you are today. It just is what it is. Yes, it may be a day of sadness, but at the same time, you are going to try to find all the positive things that person has done for you. Find them, reminisce, do stuff, you know, that you can always remember the positive things that that person has done for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're an aunt who has been taking care of people in your family, happy Mother's Day to you too. Shit. Cousins, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we're gonna find people who are actually not doing well during this time. It doesn't matter what age we are. It's a bittersweet moment for some adults, whose mom has passed away. And like I said before, there are a few people in the sector that we've heard that their moms passed. So it's a particular bad time for them right now. It doesn't matter how many years, months, days, weeks it's gone, you know loss is like an unavoidable part of life. We can't always, we can't always help what happens. You know, we may not have a mom to visit right now. We may not have a mom to call right now. We may not be able to even say your mom's name right now. It's a lot. I'm telling you, I understand that shit. Trust and believe. So it's a bittersweet moment, but at the same time, be happy that you have a mom who was there for you. So cherish those good moments. I don't want to go too much, but I'm just saying, cherish those good moments that you had with your mom. Yes, it may be a touchy time for you, but you got to just remember those positive moments. You know what I'm saying? And also for those who are trying to have children, your day's going to come, and I'm speaking it into existence for you. I'm sprinkling the fairy dust and all of that dust that you need. Happy Mother's Day. Okay. That's all I came on here to say. Um Lovely love. You cannot be drunk this Mother's Day. Good God. Enjoy Mother's Day sober, girl. What do you mean? What do you mean, girl? This bitch is behind in the chat. She's way behind in the chat. She's just hearing all of those swear words. You can't be drunk on Mother's Day. Okay? Do not. Oh, and I need to see. Let me see if the person. There's somebody who sent me a cash app the other day. I gotta talk to you about that. When I see you in the chat, I'll say it because I don't know if you're in the clouds or not. But I need to make sure I respond to that. hmm Just remember to sing the praises of your mom. That's it. That's all. Okay. So happy Mother's Day. I just happened to go over there by what's her name? Kiki's page this morning, child. Mm-mm. What is going on, Kiki girl? Kiki, I didn't know you had a Jamaican man over there, girl. Kiki's going down memory lane and stuff and showing her good times with her Jamaican man and stuff. They were in love and whatever. I don't know. You guys could go over there and check her page out. But in my mind, I'm saying to myself, like, Kiki, is that why you've been acting like this on here for weeks? Is it because you were going through stuff? Is that the reason why you were there acting like, I don't know, drunk and stuff? What's the reason? You just ooh, 2/3, ooh, oh. Is it desperation for you? Something's definitely wrong, girl. Something is definitely wrong. Okay, meanwhile, something is definitely wrong. So she's been putting those videos out. I don't know if she did it because he subscribed to her channel. I don't know if that's the reason why she did it so he can see it. I don't know. But the shorts are there. You guys can go see them with her and her man. But what do you notice about the wigs that she wears for those videos? They are properly combed or curled or brushed for those wigs with her and her man when they go out and stuff. And then do the comparison to when she comes online on people's panel. Her hair is always a mess. Do you think it is intentional that she does it? Think about it. She keeps putting it over her face, over her shoulder. It's always messed up. You see, people are always talking about her hair and stuff. And then more than one times I've heard her say, not just now, oh, it's just a game. It's an act. It's not real. Especially when her daughter was younger. And, when the daughter would get upset, she would say, it's not real. It's not real. It's a game. It's a game. And that is why I'm saying compare compare. Compare. Do the comparison. I believe it's an act, meanwhile. I do. And it's not that people hate her or anything, but it's what you've been given to us. So now she says she's not drunk anymore and stuff. She was sober and whatever. I don't know. There's always something behind. There's always a motive behind people's actions. That's all I got to say. So I don't know if she actually hit rock bottom or this is another series of Kiki, the YouTube sweetheart, same script, different cast type of shit. I don't know. But people see what you've been doing and you can't be coming out here showing yourself up. And then when people comment on what they see, you get upset. If you don't want people to comment on stuff that you do, why do it? If it comes out here in the public is going to give their commentary. They're going to respond. They're going to react. So if that's what we see, we're going to talk about it. And nobody's bashing her or anything. They just want to say how they feel about stuff. So she says she's going to take a break. And she was also contemplating whether or not she was supposed to delete the channel or whatever. But she says she's taking a break for her mental health. If that's true, kudos to you, Kiki. If not, see you next week. Okay. See you on another panel. See you in another sector. See you on your channel. Okay. Look, I love talking about her wig. Lord have mercy. It may be a dollar wig. She wears her wigs messy when she's coming on other people's panels and stuff. When she's doing her act, her show, scene one, you know, take 20, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she does that, and then when you look at other stuff that she does when she's going out and stuff, or wherever she is, her hair is it's combed. It's okay. Why are you always drunk, lovely love? Look at her talking about I'm a little bit drunk. Who is lying to you? Lord, lovely love, have you slept yet? That's the question. Did you sleep, girl? Lovely love. Did you sleep yet, girl? You know how you know what happens when people don't sleep, right? You know what happens? People get delirious out here. Hmm. I haven't been seeing like a lot because I've been busy. I've been trying to find time to come on here. I really don't get to come on here like often as before. You think that's an act, meanwhile? that one, that one has no fixing. Okay, girl. Listen, I've been seeing a few stuff on here, not a lot because I haven't been like in a lot of chats and stuff. I've been really busy. I whenever I think I'm gonna have like a little time to come on here, and I'm like, oh, I got some free time. I'm gonna start coming on. Life is life in. I don't know if that's the correct term to use, but life is happening. So sometimes I want to come on here and I don't get the chance to come on here. But when I do, I do. Okay. When I do, I do. Life is life in. Okay. Stuff is happening. So I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't afford to, mess my real life up, for coming on here for a few cents. A few cents. A few cents. You hear me? This is why I don't know how some people live doing this shit. Like, how do you pay your bills and stuff? Like, well, I guess that's why they gotta always be in drama. Or maybe always begging. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Ooh, and when I came back, it's the same old that's happening here. Let's see. We got lists going on. We got begging for cash apps. Hey, Joyce, good morning. We got people cussing people out. We got fake friendships. We got people collecting information on other people. We got people exposing people. We got drunk panels. We got drunk panels. It's the same old, it's the same thing. Nothing changed. We got people talking about people. We got people showing themselves, showing the snakes they are, sorry, that they've always been. We got people lying to people. We got people coming on here acting all, like a saint when they're a villain behind the scenes. It's the same of everything. It doesn't matter what year, what time, what date. It doesn't matter when you come back. It's the same thing. And in order for some people to get content, they have to fall out with people. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter how far you go away. You come back, it's the same thing. Okay. It's the same thing. And even though I'm saying that, I still like some of the stuff that happens. Look at Love to Love asking for the link. Let me hear what let me see what she's coming up here to say. Lovely Love loves a link, I tell you. Oh, and Rhonda. I saw a piece of that. Rhonda, don't lie on Yamaine. Yamaine Ben had that name. Yamaine, the mother, the M effing Goins. The MFN Goins. He's always had that name, Rhonda. Always. Hey, January Capricorn. It's been years he's had that name. So don't talk about he's been trying to capitalize off somebody else's name. Rhonda, you haven't been here for that long. Probably you didn't notice, So that may be an error in your judgment. I don't know. But it just is what it is. Okay. Let's hear what Lovely has to say. Is she delirious? Is she okay? I don't think Lovely has slept yet. Hold on. How many panels has she been? Hold on. Hold on. Girl, is that you? Is that you, girl? Oh, there we go.
No, I'm a little bit lit. But
Why
there's
are you lit at 8:17 a.m.?
Cause I've been up all night. You asked me, right? You
Girl.
said, you said, girl, girl, girl. You
Jesus
said,
Christ.
you wait a minute. You said, have you been asleep? And I answer you, nope. But then
What?
as soon as I hit your panel, right? I got a truck out here. Girl, girl. I don't know who
You
you
got a
gonna move the
truck?
fuck out.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, you're saying somebody's moving out?
I don't know, girl. It's just when I hit your panel, it stopped because you know how my patio door open, and it's been raining here um in San Antonio and Tracy. I hope she has some electric because I got mine.
Oh my god.
But I'm just saying.
Oh Lord. Hey Charlene. So you're
But
saying
yeah,
it
but
is
as soon as I hit your link, you hear that truck?
no, I can't hear it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But I've been drunk all goddamn night. Mhm.
What's the what why are you drunk at this what's really
Cause
going
it's
on?
Mother's Day weekend. Goddamn, can I enjoy myself?
That means you enjoy yourself on a daily basis because you're always drunk, aren't you?
No, I'm not always drunk. The fuck?
Hold on 1 second. Keep talking. Let me go plug this thing in real quick. I gotta plug this laptop
Wait
in
a
real
minute.
quick.
Yeah, you right. Hold up. Let me see what this nigga doing.
Oh
Hold up.
Lord. Guys, hold on 1 second. I gotta plug this thing in.
This motherfucker just came right here by my goddamn door. But wait a minute. And then Rico the Brat came over and talked some bullshit. Said the fuck is he doing? But I guess. But no, this motherfucker just sat here right by my door. Look, y'all, I can't make this shit up. If a motherfucker knock on my door, y'all gonna hear it on Carrie channel. But I don't think they gonna knock on my door. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me see. Is this motherfucker humming?
So why are you worried about them knocking on your
Hold up,
door
hold
though?
up.
Oh, oh, we got action, guys. 1% activated. Let's listen. Put your ears close, guys.
I have to ask them what the fuck y'all doing. Cause you know I'm in Texas and you got motherfucking Hispanics and they can do girl, they be
Oh no! Meanwhile, it's time to go. Oh, I see why.
no, meanwhile, don't leave. Don't leave, girl.
Why are you worried about them knocking your door though? I was trying to ear hustle and stuff.
No,
What's
I'm
going
not
on in the
worried about them
background there?
knocking
I
it.
was
Wait a minute, hold
activated
up.
1%,
Hold the fuck
messy.
up.
Go ahead.
I'm
What
not worried
happened?
about them knocking at my door. Because they're not gonna knock at my door. I'm worried about the fuck why you out here. And y'all gotta understand, well, y'all don't have to understand, but I had identity theft. So I'm like, everything that I do, I be like, the fuck? What the hell?
It made you paranoid.
Yeah, my husband's like, you paranoid. I was like, no, I'm not. I be fighting him too. Not fighting him, but yeah,
You be
because I be
fussing at
like,
him for no reason. Hey, Regina.
exactly. That's what I do.
Stop fussing at the guy. Girl.
Well, you know what? I had a good live tonight.
What
I
were you
mean,
guys
just
over there talking about though?
every goddamn thing. And then I got Joanna Wanna. Wait a minute. I like Joanna, but I call her Joanna Wanna. And she gonna try to tell me about Dovey. I was like, can I ask you?
I did hear a part of that. It's been your concern for the longest while. How is she going on a cruise and she doesn't live anywhere? But do we know that she doesn't live anywhere though? For real though, because I've been hearing she's at what's her name? Just read my books home. So I don't know if she's just visiting or if she's actually planning on moving there. I don't know. But you've been saying this for a while that she's planning a cruise, she's doing all of that, but what is she gonna come home to? Has Lovely Love not Lovely Love has Dovey responded to you? Where'd she go? Lovely Love. For those who are in the chat, what is going on? Because I've been hearing Lovely Love say this for a while now that Dovey is living with Just Read My Book. I don't know how true that is. I know I saw her there. I know I've seen a video of her there and whatever. But I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's a visit. I don't know what the hell it is. I've heard that she's planning to move. I don't know. I probably need to catch Dovey or something
I'm
to see
gonna
what's going
tell
on.
you. Okay, it's a difference between visit and living. Bitch, you ain't gonna be no goddamn where for goddamn 3 weeks, 4 weeks, going on 4 weeks. Uh-uh. I don't know if she pay her rent, half of the rent. I don't know. But if I'm going to visit, like my girls, they come visit me, and guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna be here a couple days, if the most a week. And they're
They
gonna take
always
their black
looking.
ass back home. But you don't stay nowhere for 3 and 4 weeks. That's a month. And guess what? You know what? Just read my book. You better watch out for a hoe. Because if she stay there a month, she might have an address there. I'm just saying. And then you can't kick the bitch out. I'm just saying.
We don't know. Well, I get what you're saying, but then we don't know what agreement both of them had. So, we don't know what
I really
their
don't give
their
a fuck.
agreement
But
was.
how the hell you gonna have dough vacation, and when she get off of that bitch, you still gonna be homeless? See, maybe I'm drunk, and yeah, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Yeah,
I'm
you
drunk.
are drunk. Yeah, I'll answer
I
that
know I
one.
am. I know I am.
Talking about maybe I'm drunk. You're lit
No,
at
you know I
age
am because I'm still
24.
sipping.
You're still girl. You have you been drinking all night?
Yup.
Oh Lord, lovely.
Well, you
Mm-mm.
know what? Everybody be like, lovely this, lovely that. Let me tell you about lovely love. I don't lie about shit. I really don't. And it is what it is. And motherfuckers be like, oh, this bitch lying. No, the fuck I ain't. No, the fuck I ain't. I'm not lying. I've been fucked up all night. Well, this my I think it's my fourth drink, I think. And then I
Dang.
got a goddamn truck outside. It's been
Well,
raining here. It's been raining in San Antonio all goddamn day and night. And I'm like, bitch. Cause I came here from Arizona. You know, Arizona dry as a fuck.
right. Hey,
Ever since I
Aisha.
ever since I've been here, this motherfucker seemed like it's just been raining. And babe, okay, my husband, that's what I call him. But he was like, do not get your ass on YouTube. I said, bullshit. Watching me get on YouTube. He was like, yup.
What does he say when he tell you to not get on YouTube? What is his reason? I
Cause
would love to know.
he don't like social media. He don't, but I do. But wait a minute. That's my husband, but you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. You got me fucked up. I
Does
do
he
what the
hear
fuck
when
I
when you're on here cussing and stuff?
girl,
He
he
hears
get
all
pissed
of that
off.
shit.
No, he get pissed off when y'all be calling him gay and shit. I was like, fuck these hoes. The fuck is wrong with you? I don't give a
Mm-mm.
fuck. Cause you know me. They be like, oh, your husband is gay and all that. And I'll be like, yeah, but he dicking me down. You know, I be coming up with that shit, but then he get pissed off. He be like, oh, they calling me gay. I said, are you? Motherfucker. And he was like, what the fuck?
Listen, I got two. Let me see, two things in here. Always Looking says that you should have been nice to Tracy, because then she would be able to come protect you. Now
Girl,
that you got
I
that
would
truck
never
out
be
your
nice
front,
to
in
Tracy.
front of your door.
She got me fucked up. That mustard smelling ass bitch. That
You should
nasty
have
ass
been
bitch.
nice to her. Now you got people pulling up, and you're wondering what's going on. She would come over there with her hammer for you, girl. You would have your
Girl.
hammer.
Girl. Girl. Wait a minute. Don't get me started. Why you getting me started, Carrie? Girl. Whoever is in the chat, because I'm
Oh
not looking at
Lord.
the chat. But at the same time, Tracy, oh, and I'm in San Antonio with this bitch, right? But how the hell you don't know you have running water? And this was like what, maybe a year or two ago, or something
I'm
like that.
thinking it was
And
probably
it's
two
been
years ago.
right, but it's raining like a donut. What, girl? It was storming last night.
It
If
would be good for
anybody
some
look at my
soup right
chat,
now.
yeah, it was storming like a donut. What, last night? Because I was on live and y'all heard it.
Somebody else says that he wants you to get off YouTube because you embarrass him a lot by some of the stuff you do on here.
Well, ask me, do I give a fuck?
Oh, okay.
Because I really don't. You hear them birds chirping and shit. You
Yeah, I
hear
can
all that
hear
shit.
them. I hear them. Hmm.
But no,
I
it's
do.
really rainy here, and it's been raining for a whole freaking day. And I
So,
was like, go ahead.
what are you planning to do for Mother's Day? Are you doing stuff with your daughter, your son? What are you planning on doing?
I
Did
don't
they
know. I
tell you if
hope
they
they
got something planned for you?
no, I hope they don't surprise me like that. But
Why not? I don't know where she went. I don't hear her anymore. Lord, let me be careful with this phone that has no tape on it. Ooh, ooh. Let me be. Ooh, ooh.
my kids are is a lot like me, for real. They are. And I
What?
don't want them to come up tomorrow and say, Mama, oh, come here, come near. And
It's
no,
one
you
day,
better tell me
lovely.
that,
It's one day. It's
girl,
one
look
day.
here. Look
It's
here.
one day out of an entire year. So I'm not sure why you're talking about
But
you don't want them springing
they
stuff on
not
you.
gonna tell me on Mother's Day, Mama, we here, come here. No, it's Saturday today, right?
Well, all you
Tell
gotta
me
do is
today.
get yourself
No,
prepared.
no, no, no,
Put
no, no.
yourself in the
Carrie,
mind frame. Ooh,
Carrie.
they may come with some. Let me pick a
See?
suit out or something just in case they
But
come here.
you know what? You better let me know today. They already know. Oh, Mama finna get fucked up this weekend. You're damn right. I am. My kids know me better than anybody. So you better call me today and be like, oh shit, Mama, sober up so we can kick it tomorrow. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
they should not have to tell you to sober up for Mother's Day.
Well, goddamn it,
They
you
should
know
not
what?
have to tell you that.
They shouldn't have to, but they do.
You know, they shouldn't have to tell you that.
Yeah,
That's
because
something
I'm
you should
lovely
know.
love. And guess what? I'm
Oh
getting
Lord.
fucked up.
Hey,
And what?
hey, Kaki Baron. Let me see. There's
No,
somebody
I'm
else.
really getting fucked
Bra
up this
Shazam.
weekend. I mean, let me tell you, they'll be like, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna be like. I really don't. But then for your ass to sit up here and say, oh, lovely love, you know, this, that, and the other, girl, you got me fucked up. And my kids,
To say what? To say what?
oh Lord, who's
What is she talking about? I'm responding to
girl,
what
I got
you
the who
said
side, girl, I be going the fuck off. And
for
I
no
have to who
reason.
side sometimes. Yeah, I have to who side to calm down a little bit.
Okay.
So now
But just
calm
just
down.
be prepared. Just be prepared just in case
I
they
ain't
got
gonna be
something they want
prepared
to
for
do.
shit.
Oh
I ain't gonna be.
Lord.
No, I'm the mama. Is they the mama? Please tell me.
Well, if they want to spend time with you on Mother's Day, it shouldn't be
Well,
a
you know
problem.
what? If they don't want to spend time with me, I'm still the motherfucking mama. Just like what's his name? Rico the Brat came up on here and called us all kind of dusty black bitches. Well, I ain't gonna say black bitch, but he called us all this shit. And if you go look at Lovely Love, yep, I did play it. Cause that's what that motherfucker said. And I said, well, goddamn, I let you up, but you was on Nest page with Joanna Wanna. And I'm like, okay, put two and two together. Oh, you mad at me because I talked about you, but you gonna hit my goddamn link and talk about black people? You gotta be kidding me. Motherfucker sucking his goddamn dick and his goddamn finger at the same damn time. What? Okay. But that's what he
What
did.
in the what in
That's
what
what
in
the
the
fuck he did,
hell?
Carrie. For real.
Oh
And I
Lord,
was
help
like,
me,
wait a minute.
Jesus.
I have to sit back and I was like, wait a minute, because you know I've been drinking. It's like this motherfucker. Girl, I had to put him on blast on my live.
Hey, RonyiQ.
And we heard him say that shit. And I was like, okay, I know
Where
I
did
do
you
a lot
hear
of
him
that.
saying this? Okay, lovely love. Where did you hear Rico speaking badly about black people? Could you tell me where? Whose live was it? You heard him speaking badly about black people somewhere else and you played it on your channel. Is that what you're saying? Let me be clear. I don't know what's happening with her sound. I don't know. I don't know. I can't hear her.
Sorry, my sound messed up.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Because I'm finna say I don't have a government phone. It's my sound messed up. But no,
Okay, I can
he
hear
can't.
you. But where did you hear him speaking
On
badly
my
about black
live, I
people?
keep telling you,
So
lady.
he did it on your live
Yes,
and
he
he
hit
clicked
that
your
damn.
link.
Yep.
What was he saying? What were some of the things he was saying though?
He called us some dusty bitches. Well, I don't think he said bitches, but we dusty as a motherfucker. You have to go over it. You have to go on my live to look at it. I mean, to hear it actually.
Wow. Why
And
would he
then
say that?
I don't know because him and Joanna was on Nest Live yesterday, right? And
Hmm.
I was like, I got pissed off. Sure enough, I did. And then I guess he probably mad at me. I don't know. But I really don't give a fuck. Raggedy ass. He ain't even no nigga. I can't even call him a nigga. Raggedy ass. See, I keep getting caught with that one.
She doesn't know how to do that, Ronnie.
No, I don't. Because I could call him a white motherfucker, a goddamn cracker, a motherfucking speck. But that's not in my DNA because the people in my family is the same goddamn nationality as his ass.
Let me go look to see what he said. I'm gonna go listen to. Well, ooh, it was 5 hours, girl.
I don't know. You want me to? Can I put it on here? It's my chat. I could tell you what this fool said,
Wow.
Carrie. I could
Do
put
you
it
know
on
how
here.
to screen share? Lovely love.
No, I'm gonna let you listen.
Told you, Ronnie. Hold
I'm gonna
on.
let you listen, and it's my chat. It ain't, so you won't get striked or nothing like that. It's my damn chat.
I'm going through the video right now while you're here.
No, I'm finna tell you if I could pull this
Okay.
shit up though.
I'm trying to find the timestamp too. Wow. Are we still doing this though? Are we still talking badly about people's skin tone and stuff? And
It's dumb as fuck to me. I think it's dumb, but yeah.
I'm
We some
looking through
dust.
your whole
No,
live, and
we some
I've been
dusty
red
ass
balling.
bitches.
I don't see him on the panel at no
Hold
point.
up, hold up, hold up. We some dusty ass bitches. Because that's what the fuck you said. You sure did. Hold up, hold up. Okay, let me get on my live. Let me see if I can pull this up. Y'all, I hope my mic is okay. Okay, this is the early part. No, it's the end. Hold up. Let me see if it's... And I'm trying to get, and I'm lit. Am I gonna be lit all day? I don't know. Yeah, because I really don't high know, as fuck. I'm not lit right now. You always want to know. They always like, lovely love. You a drunk. Well, bitch, you can call me a drunk this weekend. Because I'm going to be fucked up this weekend. Shit, I'm drinking right there now. Could you hear that, Carrie?
I can hear it, but I just want to hear the part that he was calling people black
Okay, I'm
dusty.
trying to see. I'm trying.
Okay. Somebody else went to go find it too. RonyiQ went to go find it.
Okay.
I don't understand the reason for this racial microaggressions and stuff. I don't know. It's not like it helps. It's not like it does anything. It's not like it's gonna change our skin tone or anything. You know. I don't
Yes, they
know.
do. Because he talk
You
about
talking
us like
about it
we
or
some
talking about
dusty ass
people's skin
bitches.
tone, it doesn't change the fact that we're black. I've been black. Like nobody
Right,
could
but
ever say anything about my skin
don't
tone
call
and,
me
and I
no
feel
dusty
any
ass.
kind of way.
No, don't call me
Because
dusty.
also he was speaking specifically to you.
Yep, he was doing just to me.
Wow.
And it's kind of fucked up.
Mm-mm.
His slow motherfucking ass. Okay, let me see. Since I've been paying StreamYard,
She got a whole 5 hours to go through. That's a 5 hour live.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a lot. But it's at the
I
end.
already
It's
red
close
ball
to the...
through that thing.
No, it's close to the end. Anyway, thank you guys for coming over. You can donate to Lovely Love if you like. You know, you always gotta donate to Lovely Love. These motherfuckers out here, I don't... Girl, they doing the most. And play music. How the hell do I come back on here and play music? I know I've done it before. Okay, I think... I just don't... Wait a minute, hold up. I think it's... I think I need to go back a little bit. To be talking about God. But bitch, I'll get you tomorrow.
Chill.
Get you later on today, bitch. It's 5 something in the morning. The fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Oh, so I gotta go back. What's wrong with this motherfucker? Bitch, you thought I work out at 5 something in the morning.
Help me, Jesus, Lord, help me.
Okay, that's me.
It's unfortunate that race is like, you know, a part of our reality. It is
Why would
unfortunate.
he hit my goddamn link with
It's
that
quite
bullshit?
unfortunate that we're talking about this every
Why would
single
he hit my
day.
link with that bullshit?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna give it to you raw, and I'm gonna give it to you real bad, and you gonna be mad. And I was like, damn, I was rushing
Girl,
like a
you're not finding that shit no time soon. Happy Mother's Day to you can mute while you find it, lovely love. Happy Mother's Day to all those who are coming in. I appreciate you guys for passing through. I just thought I'd come on here and say, you know, an early Happy Mother's Day to everybody, whether or not you
I'm
have
gonna mute.
biological
I'm gonna
children.
mute.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, mute while you find it, because I get the impression you're gonna be on here for a long time trying to find that shit. Hold on. Okay, Ronnie wants the link. Hold on. There you go. There you go. I dropped the link. RonyiQ, you found it. There we go. So RonyiQ is coming to play it so we can hear it. Ooh. I cannot. Let me look at this. Hold on.
Do you need me to change that? I forgot I had that up there from yesterday.
I can. Is that uppity?
Yes, that's lard ass. That's double belly, no knees, lumpy thighs, pampered woman.
Oh God, help me, Jesus. Okay, RonyiQ. Good morning.
Good
Thank you for
morning.
coming up. I did
Happy
you got
Mother's Day to you. I don't even know if you're a mother. Happy
I
Mother's
won't tell
Day
them on
to, I
here.
know, that's why I say I don't
Right.
know. I'm not putting that on you, but happy,
Yeah.
I know you came from a mother. So happy day to
Okay.
your
Happy
mother.
Mother's Day to my mom.
Happy
Okay.
Mother's Day to lovely love. I'm a screen share with you.
Okay.
Thank you. But watch this. Hear this. Mm-mm.
One person asked me on here before. I told them no, I don't want. They use everything they can. I
Mm-hmm.
started sharing it. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to start it.
But at the same time, I still love my kids and I hope they love me back.
Yeah. Mute lovely love
They
because she's gonna
grown as
play it.
fuck. When your kids get
Can
grown,
you hear
baby,
it?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear
hear it.
it.
We can
I'm gonna
hear
go
it.
on
Goddamn
mute so we can
routine.
hear it.
And even
Okay.
though you be like, I'm the mama, girl, bye. They be like, shit, it's my goddamn life. And if they fuck with a bitch like me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
yep,
thought I was
they
right
got
at
my
it,
same
but it's
goddamn
coming up.
attitude. Kick that shit. They got that same.
Oh, God.
What happened? What happened?
Sorry, Very Carrie. I thought I was right at it, but it's right here. I got it. I
Okay,
got
I'm
it.
back.
Okay.
And this is the
Do I have to
motherfucking kid.
reshare it? Do I have to
Yeah.
reshare it, or is it still
Yeah,
sharing?
because it's not. It doesn't show. You probably gotta reshare because it's not.
Okay, let me do it
Cause it's,
again. I'm right at it.
okay.
Fucking bum, bitch. That's all I'm going.
They got that same motherfucking attitude. When you have grown ass motherfucking kids, hey, I've been down this road with my kids. I want to tell them what to do, how to do, and all that shit. And they telling me, no, mama. And I had to listen. I was like, okay. But then when I listened and I left this shit alone, they probably thinking, oh, my mom don't love me. That's the fuck I do. You told me this your goddamn life, okay? I'm gonna leave that bullshit right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. But at the end of the day, I pray for each and one of mine. Mm-hmm. I sure do. I'm in the back chat. Oh, okay. Rico, don't porn bomb me, god damn it, cause you know I'm slow.
Okay. First and foremost, bitch, I'm motherfucking live. So dropping down saying that you motherfucking live.
That's that part. She got the part.
And
That's
then
that
looking at the
part.
chat, there's no way that I would want to be a part of any dusty, dingy, black ass, disgusting ass, slave ass, washed up ass, cunt bitches. To begin with, but to drop down in my fucking chat and say that
Evidently,
that's
you
very
must be
motherfucking
mad.
privileged because bitch, y'all is not in my motherfucking circle. Y'all is too
So
motherfucking.
why the fuck did you
Y'all
want to
is
hit this?
raggedy, black, dirty, dingy, and dusty. Y'all is on some bum shit. Bitch, I'm not a motherfucking bum. Bitch, that's all I'm gonna say. Bitch, now bye.
What are you? A tongue tied? Rico's a tongue.
Wow.
Take it back again. Do it again, Ronnie Q.
Did he say slave ass? Hold. What
I
did I
didn't catch
just?
that. It was so much. It was so much there. I didn't catch that one.
And I let him.
If
I
you
let
want
him
me,
up. I really did let him up because he already know I've been drinking all night. So he thought it was froggy for his ass to jump up, and I was like, "All right, okay, it is
Hold
what
on,
it is."
love. I want to hear it again. She's gonna play it again. Hey, Drakars.
Okay,
Hey, everybody coming in. Hey,
okay.
Charlene. So why are we? Hold on.
They got that same motherfucking attitude. When you have grown ass motherfucking kids, hey, I've been down this road with my kids. I want to tell them what to do, how to do, and all that shit. And they telling me, no, mama. And I had to listen. I was like, okay. But then when I listened and I left this shit alone, they probably thinking, oh, my mom don't love me. That's the fuck I do. You told me this your goddamn life, okay? I'm gonna leave that bullshit right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. But at the end of the day, I pray for each and one of mine. Mm-hmm. I sure do. I'm in the back chat. Oh, okay. Rico, don't pour about me. God damn it, because you know I'm slow.
Okay, first and foremost, bitch, I'm motherfucking live. So dropping down saying that you motherfucking live is very disrespectful and is very offensive. And then looking at the chat, there's no way that I would want to be a part of any dusty, dingy, black ass, disgusting ass, slave ass, washed up ass, cunt bitches. You know, to begin with, but to drop down in my fucking chat and say that
Evidently,
that's
you
very
must
slave.
be
motherfucking
mad.
offensive because bitch, y'all is not in my motherfucking circle. Y'all is too
So
motherfucking.
why the fuck did you
Y'all
want to
is
hit the?
raggedy, black, dirty, dingy, and dusty. Y'all is on some bum shit. Bitch, I'm not a motherfucking bum. Bitch, that's all I'm gonna say. Bitch, now bye.
What are you? I never hit his chat. I don't know what the fuck he was talking
Wow.
about.
Wow.
I ain't
So
never
is
hit his
Rico a
chat.
part of the Blue Vein Society?
I don't know, girl. But
Oh Lord.
I didn't even know this nigga even have a chat. But I was like, whoa. I had to
Why is
look
it
at
that
this.
every time somebody's arguing with another person on here, they have to bring up race or their black skin, how dark they are?
I don't
Why?
know,
And why is
girl.
it associated with being, below them? Like, why don't? Hold on.
And he definitely said slave as. I mean, like,
Mhm.
does he think that his lineage weren't slaves? Is he stupid?
I
And he
don't know
talk
what
about
the fuck he
I
is.
I have never had any interactions with this person, and I have seen him say
And
50,
guess
11.
what? Me
Excuse
neither.
me,
Hold
excuse
on,
me,
lovely. Let her
lovely.
finish and then
Can
you
I
go. I
finish
don't.
one
Hold on. Let
sentence?
her
Okay.
finish first, lovely.
Okay,
I've
go
never
ahead.
had any dealings with him, and I see him say 50, 11 times, oh, I don't do her, I don't like her. Listen, lovely love, I want to ask you, did you actually drop into his chat and say that you were live?
I didn't even know he had a chat.
See, that's what, and I like his whole premise for having that attitude. So I was just about to say, lovely love didn't say she dropped down in his chat and to say he was live. So like, so you didn't do that?
Everybody know when I drop down in somebody chat, because you know me. So I didn't even know.
And you were at the
No,
end of a 5 hour live, so I don't see how you could have done that anytime right then. But I don't know.
that
Uh,
part.
if you don't know how to screen share, I don't see you leaving your chat and going to his chat. I'm not sure, but that's why I'm asking. So that's why he came in hot on her. Did you notice that?
No, but I know it now.
He said, "How dare you come in and drop down in my live and say that you're live, as if you were trying to go there and take all his numbers or something to that effect."
I guess he was live. I don't know. I can't. I don't get it.
He said, how dare you come in my live and drop down and say you were live, lovely love. So he came in hot as if that was the reason why he came in to read
Well,
her about
damn.
But
that.
if he was upset about her, let us say she did drop down in his live and said she was going live or she was live or whatever it was. What does that
Well,
have to
I
do
didn't
with
even know
her
this
But
nigga had a
ancestry? What
channel.
does that have to do with her being a child of her a slave?
but
What
not
does
not
that
only
have to do with her skin tone?
Not only her, he
Right.
said looking around this chat. He was talking about everyone who was
Everybody.
in her chat as
Everybody. And
well. Okay.
he said we was dusty.
Mm-hmm. And
Why does
slaves.
I get so upset? I get upset about these things, and then I can't, say the words that I want to say how I want to say it. So I keep muting. But I just, RonyiQ fell off. I cannot
But yeah,
understand
he called us
why people get
dusty.
upset about each other and their skin tone becomes a problem. Can't you just attack the issue at hand? Attack the issue at hand. You see what I'm saying? Attack the
Right. I
issue that
understand
is
what
at
you're
hand.
saying.
Why is the skin tone? Why does the skin tone come in? Are we supposed to feel bad about our melanin? Is it because we're dark, we're of a darker hue? What does it equate us to? We're
I
supposed to be
don't
at the
know, but
bottom of the barrel.
I think
What does that mean? What does being black have to do with you being upset that
because you know
somebody
what?
was speaking about while you were alive? I don't get it.
But I
Why
think
is this
Rico is
normal?
Puerto Rican or he Hispanic. He's something. He's not black, but he wanted to dress me like that. And even though on this channel it was him and Joanna Wana, I call Joanna Wana like that. But yeah, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, that was yesterday. Now I've been drinking a day, but yesterday I really wasn't drinking like that. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then Joanna didn't even know that he was talking shit the whole goddamn time. And I'm like, hold up, nigga. You got me fucked up. And then that's when I got mad at Joanna because she didn't understand. Because that's what he do. He do slick shit. And I mean, it
Thank you
is
for
what it
playing
is.
that, RonyiQ. I appreciate that. Let me see. Aisha says if it was at the end of Lovely Love's live, he probably did it trying to get whoever was in her chat to go to his. He always speaks that way about black people. I intentionally don't interact with him. Dang.
Because that's crazy.
I can
What
never
the fuck is it?
understand. I never get it. I can never understand what being black has to do with the issue at hand. I
I
can
don't
never
know.
get it. Why do people feel so comfortable being in spaces where black people are, and then you have issues with them, and that's the first thing you speak about is their skin tone? I
Yeah.
can never get it.
But thank you,
And I
Ronnie
can
Q.
never rationalize this type of inappropriate behavior. I cannot. And when people do this all the time, they're still welcomed. That's the
But then
thing.
when you didn't heard it out his own mouth, not nobody else's mouth, out his mouth, huh? And then people
I don't
still do
like
the
that. I don't like
people
that.
people still do the side eye like I didn't hear that. I don't know how you didn't hear that shit, and I did.
Mm-mm.
And then I went the fuck off. I did. I really did. I call him a tongue tied, sucking dick ass nigga and sucking your thumb at the same time. I did all that. I did. Hmm. What the
If he
fuck
had
you
a
gonna say?
problem with you, he should have addressed the issue that he had with you. Why then, if you're even speaking badly about Love and her skin tone, it means you're saying it to everybody. Matter of fact, he was also talking about everybody in her chat at the time. So if it's a
Yep.
predominantly black group that watches the beef sector, it simply means then that you have to go find people of your kind. You know, make go
But you
go
know
go
what?
associate yourself with people of your kind, since we're all dusty and we're coming from the lineage of our ancestors who
Right.
had nothing to do with becoming, enslaved. It wasn't a choice for us, as Kanye West says. It
But
wasn't a
you know what?
choice for many. So why then do you have to bring our ancestors up, and why then do you have to bring our skin up? Are we
I'm
supposed to
gonna
feel
tell
bad
you.
about the melanin in our skin?
I'm gonna tell you
Is
how
that what
fucked
is
up
that
he
what we're
is.
trying to do? I don't get it.
I'm gonna tell you how fucked up he is Girl, I went to the white sector. I mean, I'm gonna say the white sector, and they had me with open arms, like real talk. And I was
For
like,
how
look,
long
I'm the
though,
only.
lovely?
I promise
It's not
you.
going to be for too long. You were introduced to them. It doesn't take long for people to show themselves. But go ahead, lovely.
No, I have went to a white sector, and I just showed up. I'm the only black bitch up on this motherfucker. But then you have ignorant motherfuckers, and then the white people was defending me. I was like, okay, okay, I see y'all, and I'm cool with that. But at the same time, you got motherfuckers over here like him, did what the fuck he did. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm too motherfucking high. I am. I'm drinking. Shit. And he knew that.
Well, for all of those people who are out there, beautiful black women, our melanin is what makes us unique. It is what makes our skin, the variety of skin tones and shades that we have, or eyes, or ear, or hair, sorry, or whatever. It is what helps to provide us with some type of protection from the sun's rays, the ultraviolet rays. Some people, they can't go out and stand in the sun for half an hour. Okay, some of us can. You go outside. Some of you people who have a problem with our skin tone, you can't even stand in the sun for half an hour. So don't you be hating on our melanin. Some of you hate your fucking self, and you know what you guys resort to doing? Bleaching your skin because you hate your fucking self. Okay. I'm happy about my pigmentation. I am happy about my melanin. It won't change. Nobody speaking about my skin tone is gonna change how I look. I've been black and I'm loving it. You hear me? I've been black and I'm loving it. I'm not gonna make nobody on here make me feel bad about the skin that I'm in. And it's full time for you people in the beef sector. I don't care what you gotta say. I don't care who hates me after this. If you are having an issue with someone, attack the issue, not the skin. What is so bad about just attack? What is so hard about just attacking the issue at hand? Why do you have to insult our ancestors? Why do you have to insult us? We go through enough every day in our daily lives. Why do you need to add that to it? You see what I'm saying? It makes no sense to me. Your melanin protects so much in your body. It protects your cells. You know, it has a lot of benefits. And a lot of people, they just feel bad because they can't look like us. At the end of the day, that's what I think. You know, if you don't have enough melanin in your skin, you got vitiligo. I don't know if I pronounced it right. You got albinism. You got all of those other things that you got to deal with. Just be happy about who you are. We cannot help how we were born. Let me get off of this. I should probably get off of here. Mm-mm. For all these black people out here, love the skin you're in. Okay, that's it. I just hope we can get over it at some point. Or race or skin should not be an issue. We cannot help how we were born, and I don't like the idea of people associating being black with being at the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Six
Shit.
my stomach. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is. But at the end of the day. But anyway, let's talk about something else. What you want to talk about, Carrie?
Black doesn't crack. Come again?
Shit, yes the fuck black do crack.
That lovely. Don't get me started. Okay. Black people are
Don't
born
get
with
me
denser
started.
bones in our faces. We got so much going on as opposed to our Caucasian counterparts. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. Matter
I
of
need
fact,
to
to be
make
quite honest, sometimes when people do those reads and talk about you're black and this and whatever, I'm like, yeah, and what else? Like, what?
right. What's next?
What's next? Like, what am I supposed to do about it? I've been black. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? I've been black.
You said, wait a
I've been
minute.
living. Like, what else besides you
We've been
telling me the
wait.
obvious? Does it make me
Wait a minute,
inferior?
Carrie. Wait a minute. This is my thing. We've been black.
Yeah,
So
I've been
what the
black. Like,
what
what am I supposed to do with that information? Is that like new information for you? I don't know.
it ain't wait it ain't no information for me, but oh Lord, oh Jesus. But I've been this color all my goddamn life. And for you to tell me how the fuck to feel, think, taste, and all that, it ain't gonna happen. It's not
Right.
gonna
Like,
happen.
I don't get it. Like, is it supposed to let us feel like we're, inferior? Because even though I understand, the social systems and economic systems that are in
But I
society
did
right
talk
now.
about his ass though. I did talk about his
Yeah,
ass
but
too.
hmm.
'Cause you know what? I talked about him because you know what? Your mama don't like your motherfucking gay ass.
Mm-mm. Oh well, and some people are just part of the problem. That's it. Mm, it is what it is. Let me change the topic because whatever. I don't get it. Thank you for coming up to let me hear that, RonyiQ. It's quite unfortunate, but let me move on from that. I'm just gonna say this: we just gotta continue to love ourselves. That's it. Love yourselves. Love the skin you're in, guys. Love your melanin. It has many benefits. That's it. That's all. And I'm just hoping that we can and I've even heard on here other blacks on here talking poorly about other people who have darker hue than they do. And I'm like, aren't you still black at the end of the day? Why do you guys do that to each other? I don't get it. I really don't. But whatever. So what else did you guys talk about, lovely love? What else did you guys talk about on your panel? Because I came and I saw Newbie and Joanna. What was Newbie up to? What is going on with lovely sound? Is that bitch sleeping? Or maybe she had to step away.
No, my
She
phone
had to
cut
step
off. I
away.
don't know why my phone cut off, but it does. Um, no, we had a good time over there. Newbie was over there, and
I saw
Joanna went.
a snip. I saw a short of Newbie out there. I don't know, was that her son and stuff? Newbie was out there riding her bike and stuff. She said she's out there. Go outside. For those who aren't going outside, go outside. It's okay. And for those who haven't been
See,
showering, it's
that's
okay
my
to
shit
shower,
right
guys.
there.
You know,
That's my shit
something
right
happened.
there.
Meanwhile, what happened? Meanwhile, said, what did Newbie say about Brian for him to go after her? I don't know. Did something happen? Did I miss something?
No, I flagged Brian a week or two ago or something like that, and I never have flagged anyone. But I asked him, I was like, with my little bubble eye or whatever they y'all want to call it, and he just kept going, going, and going. And I dropped down his chat. I was like, Brian, stop it. He was like, fuck you, bitch, basically. And then I turned around and I was like, I'm going to flag your ass. And that's what the fuck I did. I ain't never flagged nobody before in my life. I mean, on YouTube. But I flagged shit out of him. I sure did. Because why the fuck would you keep, oh, because this is what he does. It's just like when Brian was doing Newbie. And I went to Brian. I was like, Brian, why would you do that? But Brian did say on somebody panel, I don't know who that was, but he did say, yeah, he fucked up. You sure did. Because when a motherfucker tell you to quit fucking with me, you better quit fucking with that person.
So you're saying that you reported him because he was using your content? He was
Yeah,
using pics
he
of
was
stuff
using
from
my
your
picture.
channel?
He
Okay, I
no,
got it.
he was using my picture, and he kept just doing it and talking shit. Okay, you could talk shit about me, but not my picture. And
Meanwhile, I'm sorry, lovely. Meanwhile, this happened some time ago. Remember when Newbie was over there by Spilly Boy's channel and she had a seizure?
yeah,
And
the same
he had
thing,
created a video, a short clip of
the
her
same
having
thing
the
that he did
seizure.
to her, he did to me. And then I went over there when he was doing it to newbie, and I was like, Brian, take that shit down. It's fucked up. And that's when he had did it to newbie. But then he turned around um a year later or a couple months later, he did it to me. I said, you
Wow.
got me fucked up. And I flagged his ass. I sure did. And then he came around and he was like, I don't know who he was on, but I was listening and he was like, yeah, when a motherfucker tell you to leave them alone. And then basically he apologized a little bit.
Okay, so, but hold on, let me see something in the chat real quick. You, the fact
Okay.
that he played the video again of her having that seizure, didn't he apologize to her already? He did
Yep.
apologize to her when that
Yep.
happened. Because I remember the
Yep.
whole situation, what happened. So she said something that he didn't like, and he went back for that same
No, I
video
went up
again.
there. No, I went up
I'm
there
seeing it
and I
in the
was like,
chat, lovely.
no, I'm telling you what happened if you want to know.
Okay.
I went up there and I was like, Brian, you know that's wrong. Take that video down. And actually, he did. He did take the video down because I thought it was disgusting, actually. So,
Wow.
and then now he was doing it to me, and I flagged his ass for doing it.
Wow.
That's it.
That is quite
I ain't,
unfortunate.
cause it's got
So, so you
it's got
flagging?
fucked
Can
up
he still
for a
go
man.
live? Because how many times has he gotten flagged?
No,
Can he still go
no.
live?
I had him flagged for like 7 days. You
Oh,
know how it go.
Aisha, was he drunk when he did it? Because what would make him do it? Doesn't would words really have him go doing that again? I'm seeing where you're saying that he's gonna regret it this
And
morning.
I
Was
didn't
he
even
drunk
do
when he did it?
I don't know, but I didn't even do anything to him. He just attacked me and I'm like, the fuck? I was like, look, now I know who I fuck with. And I know I could talk shit, but I didn't do anything to Brian. And then he was showing my bump on my, when it was big. Um,
Okay.
he showed that and he just kept showing it. I was like, ignorant ass nigga. And then I dropped down in his chat and I told him, I was like, you know what, Brian, don't do that. And I was like, if you keep doing it, I'm gonna flag you. I sure did tell him.
Wow.
Hmm. But he kept putting me up like he did
So he's been
newbie.
doing that to you and Newbie. Jay Dunn says Newbie didn't do shit. Brian to Brian. He got mad because Newbie left a comment on my community wall post yesterday.
No, that was
Wow.
old. That was old. Remember? Yeah, that was old.
Wow. No, that's not old. I understand what you're saying, lovely. That he was showing a video clip of you with the bump on the knot on your head and whatever. But the thing is, the stuff with Newbie, even though it happened maybe a year or so ago, they said he played it again. And one of the reasons why he got upset is because of a comment she left on Jay Dunn's community wall, or maybe something she may have said also somewhere else, you know? It's crazy though. So the video is down, you know, on his page, the video that he had of you, lovely love. I don't know, her phone is out again. Aisha, I agree with you. You got to stay true to who you are, you know, on here, because you got to live life when you leave here. When you get off of here, you gotta live with some of the stuff that you've done. And it may eat you out. You gotta just be yourself on here. He was upset and hurting about his mom. James did a cleanup and that set him off. Oh wow. Oh, and he wasn't drunk. Wow. The beef sector. Mm-mm. You got these crazy stuff that happen, and then you got the fun light moments. But I agree. It's okay for the roasting and the dragging and the going back and forth, but when you gotta do some of these stuff, the when you have to go like too low,
But I
I
never
never
talked
get
about
it.
the church shoes, the red bottoms. I didn't talk about none of that. I didn't even talk about his goddamn mama. So I'm like, the fuck?
Oh, you don't know why he got upset with you enough to show that
No,
video of you
I really
out of
don't.
nowhere, lovely
And you know
love?
what? Yep, out of nowhere. And I was like, I went on his channel. I was like, the fuck I do to you? Cause I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I did to him. Shit, he might don't like who the person that I like. I don't know. But I was like, what the fuck I do to you? And he still couldn't answer that. So, and that's why he got flagged.
Okay. Love out here flagging and shit. Okay, girl.
No,
Hmm.
that's the first person I ever flagged though, for real. Brian Yan. Brian
Yeah,
Yan
it went
Yan.
through.
It went through. And I didn't even know the shit was gonna go through. But it did. And guess what I called it? Harassment and bullying. Because that's what he was doing. He had my picture up there through his whole fucking life. And I went in his chat and I was like, damn, dude, for real, what have I done to you? And then I was like, you keep doing that, I'm gonna flag your ass. And that's what the fuck I did. And he thought it was a joke. Wasn't no goddamn joke. Because I told you what the fuck I was gonna do. What I supposed to do.
Oh man, it is unfortunate. Mm-mm.
I know. I'm finna make me the fifth drink. I'm finna make me
No,
a fifth drink.
lovely love. You're going to drink number 5 at
Yeah.
9:15.
I sure am. I told you I don't
What
lie
about
about
break?
shit.
So what about breakfast? What are you gonna eat? What's for breakfast this morning?
Boiled eggs.
So what about your juice? What about your tea? Nothing.
Well, today I don't need it. I ate it yesterday.
Dang, girl. Mm-mm.
You don't need all that shit every goddamn day.
Mm-mm.
Cause you know what? I eat that shit during the week. Okay. Can I drink this goddamn weekend? Fuck.
Mm. Nobody can tell you anything, so it's whatever.
Exactly.
Aisha, I'm sorry to hear that. And I spoke about this earlier on. Like for some people, this is a tense moment. It's kind of a bittersweet moment for some people because Mother's Day is coming up. Some people don't have their moms in their lives right now. So, you know, I was just saying, it is okay for us to think about some of the good things, the good times, the things they've instilled in you,
Well, you know what?
when
I'm
you were
gonna tell you
younger and stuff.
this. Jerry,
So use
Jerry.
this day to hold on, lovely. Use this day to appreciate the role that your mom played in your life. Because
You
I
know
was
what?
talking about it earlier on about a few people in here who've lost their mom. So tomorrow is going to be like a really bad day for them. While everybody else is celebrating, they're reflecting on what happened to their mom. They may be in the hospital. Their mom may have passed. It's a lot. So a lot of people are going through stuff. Lovely love fell off. A lot of people are going through stuff right now. So I get it. I really do. It's a sad moment for some people. But try to find the positives, try to think of all the good times, try to think of all the positive things that person, your mom, instilled in your life to make you into who you are right now. contribute to who you are as a person right now, you know? So I get it. A lot of people are affected this time around. I get it. Aisha says it's the first time it's hit her like this. I get it. I get it. Linda girl, she's gonna drink her liquor. Okay. She's not about to listen to you about no fried eggs and bacon and no juice or lemon or water with lemon in it. No, girl. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. For those who may have lost their mom, what are some of the things that you do to deal with when on a yearly basis when Mother's Day comes back? What are some of the things that you can tell to other people who are experiencing this? What can they do to get over this period right here, Mother's Day? Right? She is Aisha. She said she's going on drink number 5. Okay, there's nothing we could do to stop her. That's just her thing. That's just her and her. It's it's not even 10. I don't know. But like I was saying, what are some of the things that you've been doing over the years to deal with the loss of your mom, the loss of your parent? Because, Mother's Day is coming up. What have you been doing? Maybe you could help somebody else. But I know for a fact that it's always good to just think of the positives. Linda says, allow yourself to feel without letting the feeling undermine you. Okay. Hold on, we got somebody in the back. Gotta make sure it's her. Who's at the door? Is that you, Aisha girl?
It's me.
Okay.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Trying
Good
to straighten
morning.
my
Thank you
hair.
for coming up.
Good morning. I will say my first year without my mom, I honored her sisters on Mother's Day. And I did that because the last year of my mom's life, we really had to take care of her. And she has 2 sisters here that helped me a lot with taking care of her. So for Mother's Day, instead of being sad about my mom, I honored them for helping me take care of my mom.
Oh, that's
Um,
really sweet.
the second year, it's crazy that I remember the years. The second year, it was just, we went to church um, and again went to be with aunts. I think maybe it's hitting me different this year because I hadn't been able to be around family like that because I've been sick, and then so many milestones are happening, and she's not here to see them. So yeah,
Yeah. So
because
what about the
literally,
other?
I
You
think it
got to
was
think about the other
Thursday.
milestones you've gone through, and she was right there to support you.
Oh yeah,
Right. So you can
oh
have a
yeah,
balance. So you don't think of only the negative aspects of it. You
oh
got to
yeah,
think about those other great moments that she's been there for you at different stages in your life.
yeah. I think for me, it I think for me, because I was so focused on making sure that my brother understood that mama's gone, I'm taking care of you. You're gonna live with me now. Um, and then still having to deal with my own life, I never really had to face it. But since I've been sick, I've had to face it. And so, yeah, good days. Because I know, what was it, Friday? No, Thursday. I literally wanted to post. I started posting it on my Facebook and I took it off. I was just screaming, "I want my mama!" you
Yeah.
know. So,
I can understand that.
but yeah,
But it's good to talk
is
about
my
your
background loud?
feelings. It's okay. We
Okay,
can hear you clearly.
girl,
It's
I'm trying
okay
to
to talk
straighten
about
this
your
hair.
feelings and stuff. Come again?
I'm trying to straighten this hair, and it's a lot of it.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I know it's one of the hardest things that people have to go through in life. Come on, this person carried you for 9 months, So it is something that is traumatic. It is something that you're still going to feel like there's a part of you missing.
yes. Oh, and
So
it
that's
doesn't matter
normal.
either. Like I want people to get, because my mom and I didn't have a great relationship. I have no shame in saying that she was an amazing grandmother. My grandparents actually raised me. but it doesn't change what you feel. It doesn't. It's like a how can I say it? Like how when a dad is absent and a kid
Yeah.
still wants their, you know what I'm saying? It's just in you to
Right.
want those who birthed you, who raised you. And I'm happy that we got that last year together to
Hmm.
to bond and to come close. But I think
Hmm.
this year for me is more like, dang, I wish we could have had more years like that than just that
Right.
1 year. But yeah,
Yeah. I get it.
looking
And I
forward.
like the fact that you're going to be honoring your aunts who, assisted you. So that is good.
Yeah, that helps me get through. I can't speak for anybody else, but when I do for others, no matter if I'm in
Hmm.
pain or if I'm going through something, if I do for others, it helps me. It helps heal me. I can't explain it, but it
Yeah.
does. And so that's what I try to do.
You got some people who volunteer during this time to like children's homes and stuff,
Hmm.
to like spend the day with the kids and whatever, because they don't have their moms and stuff around. Because it's also hard for those people who are like orphans and stuff.
Yeah,
So
and then not
this
only that,
Mother's
but
Day
we don't
affects a
think of.
lot of people. I'm
Also, and
sorry,
not
go
only
ahead.
that, I think the other emotional piece for me is like I've had two friends to lose children, 27-year-old children, 1 week behind each
Mm-hmm.
other. So now, not only,
Mm.
we think about our mothers not being here, but we don't think about the
The
parents that
mothers who are
are here
right.
without their children.
The pain, right. So
I,
it's a lot. I did mention that earlier. You got people who lost their mom. Because I was thinking about who was it? It was properly bona fide.
yeah,
Am I right? There was Rose. There's Brian.
yeah. And
There
when you
is
think
who
about it,
else?
Brian. So last night I watched Brian's live. I didn't like it. But I really did pray for him last night because I know he is hurting and he doesn't know what to do with the hurt. But he's gonna regret what he did today. I know he is because it's not who he is. That's not who he is at his core. And so you gotta learn how not to move off emotions because moving off emotions will have you doing some crazy stuff.
That is why they're calling this phrase about this term about hurt people hurting people. They do. Whether
Yeah,
it's intentional or not, whether it's because you're going through stuff and your judgment is cloudy and stuff, but we got to still have a heart at the end of the day. If you
yeah,
don't like the hurt that you're feeling, do not inflict it on other people. That's just how I
absolutely.
feel. That's how I
Absolutely.
feel.
And that's why for a long time I didn't agree with that statement. I'm like, hurt people, hurt people. No, if you've been hurt, you don't want anybody else to feel the pain that you
Right.
felt. That's how I feel.
That's how
But
I feel.
I realize that some people do it a little bit differently and so or deal a little bit differently. So
There's people who need help. You got to allow yourself to feel the emotions and try to deal with it. There's some people you
absolutely.
may need external help from, professionals to deal with it. Don't suppress your feelings. Don't, like compartmentalize them and stuff. Deal with how you're feeling at the time, and
Yeah,
allow yourself to grieve properly so you can, it helps with the healing. That's all I got to say. Cuz if you
absolutely.
keep stuff bottled in, it will really hurt you. Trust and
Oh,
believe.
eventually you're gonna implode. Not
Right.
explode, but implode from the
Right.
inside. And then
Right.
there's no, you don't want to do stuff that you can't come back from.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you need to get a support system, find a support system if you can. You
Child,
know?
I tell people all the time, therapy works. I'm a living witness that it works.
Right. And then you got some people who don't, they don't like talking to people. I get it. And they don't feel the need to speak to someone. I don't want to share too much, but with something that happened recently, I'm being coward persuaded. Oh, you need to go do this. But you know what? I find that like writing letters to the person also helps. It may not be for you, but it also helps.
Mhm.
You can actually like really sit and write some of the letters, a letter telling the person how you appreciate them, how you're feeling because you're not there
Absolutely.
with them. You can do those things and have a moment, have that conversation, you know. Write
Absolutely.
it down, you know. It won't be sent to anyone, but at least you're getting your thoughts out and it helps for you to just unload some of the what you're holding inside. It helps. It helps with the healing. That's all I gotta say. It
Yeah.
really does.
And I don't think you'll ever
I got somebody in the back.
get
It's Jay
over it.
Dunn.
Okay.
It doesn't go away, girl. It does not. Trust
Yeah.
and believe. Hold on. Is that you, Jay Dunn? Jay Dunn? Girl, I don't hear her. Hold on.
The thing muted me. When you
Yeah,
play
it
that
mutes
with
when
the
you.
audio, it mutes you, girl.
I am muted. Okay, go ahead. Hey, Jay
No.
Dunn.
Hey, good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Both y'all up here. I just came up here. Are you on your computer, Carrie?
I had to come off of my computer because they said my sound was messing up. Now I'm on my phone.
Oh, because I was going to present my screen. I don't know if you'll be able to see my screen share through your phone. Let me see.
What are you sharing?
My community wall post that Brian went ham on Newbie about for one little comment.
Go ahead and share it so I can see it.
Okay. You should see it like it's a
I'm gonna
new
go on mute.
person. Do you see?
I can see it. Let me see. You got to scroll down, though.
Oh, I was just trying to make sure it was on your screen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I made my community wall post yesterday about him crying on Kelly Loves. And I'm entitled to my feeling about him. And I may address it this weekend. I may not. I'm not sure. However, all Newbie commented on here and said was, and let me click on my comments. Newbie left one comment up on my post.
Hold on, Jay Dunn. Can you guys see her community wall clearly? I don't know if it's from my end, but if you guys can see it, let me know.
It's
This
little.
was Newbie's
It's kind of small.
It is small.
Huh.
Can you make it
Like to zoom in?
yeah.
Yeah, because we
Thank you
can
for
see
helping
it's
with
there,
that.
but the words aren't clear.
Okay.
Is that big? Is that big enough?
Right, that's better. There you go. So go over a little bit, right?
So this is
There you
Newbie's
go.
comment that she left. And that's what caused him to lose his fucking mind. Because Newbie asked, wasn't DKL's Halloween costume ... Never mind. That's all Newbie said. That's all Newbie said. I responded to Newbie's comment to me, and I said, sure was. A damn shame. Newbie said, I sometimes forget the significance of my own footprints. Well, here we go again. That's all Newbie said. And he came out of here, and the first live he did, he had Jake Dunn and Newbie in the title, is what he had. Then once he did that live, he deleted it because he knew he had played an audio clip from mine, and he knew I was going to strike the fuck out of his ass. Then he came back with just that thing of Newbie with the seizure. But this is all the woman put on my community wall post. And he did all of that. I don't have no care about his motherfucking feelings, what he got going on. Every single year we have to expect this from him. He better man the motherfucker up and get the fuck up off of here. Because I know one damn thing. First year after my mama died, I had a YouTube channel. The year was 2007. Guess what? I wasn't on here. Second year after my mama died was 2008. YouTube channel was still intact. I wasn't on here. I don't understand why this motherfucker ain't off of here trying to handle what he needs to handle.
It's quite unfortunate that a little comment like that took him there. I don't know what else happened on the panel, but a comment, over by DKL, but a comment like that, I don't see like Newbie was
It's
saying
not the
anything
comment.
enough for him.
That's what I was saying. It's not the comment. He's already deeply hurt. So anything can set him off. And I get what you're saying, Jadon, about every, is he gonna do this every year? But we also we don't have to understand. But I know this is it's his second Mother's Day without his mom, but she died right before Mother's Day.
But does that mean he has to disrespect another mom?
No.
And not only that,
He's a mother too.
but
There's
posted
no
a
excuse.
seizure. This woman could have died during that seizure. And
Yeah,
this
there's no
woman got
excuse.
11 damn kids. 11.
Hey,
Newbie got
Jada.
11 kids.
Yeah, it's no excuse for his behavior, but I do still feel bad for him. I can't help that.
I see
What
what
I,
you're saying. I can
Aisha,
see both sides, Aisha, that you're seeing that he's hurt and stuff. But he's hurt.
get down.
He should not have to hurt somebody else because he's
Right.
hurt.
I
Is
agree.
he gonna always do this every time he gets upset and hurt somebody else? You
And
know?
then you're supposed to
She's a
feel,
mom too.
and then
Newbie
you're,
is a mom too. I'm sorry,
but
go
the,
ahead.
and then you're supposed to feel bad, like you're lashing out at newbie, but then you're sitting up there with somebody who actually did something and didn't do it until James went in on his mom, and then did had to go overboard and do grand productions and all this type of stuff. And then when you're sitting up there crying in your pain, has the nerve to play some church music over you, I heard. And then the simple fact that this motherfucker then want to tear up and talk about, oh, I know if something happened to Loretta, this, that, and the other. Motherfucker, you were the same bitch who said, fuck my dead mama. Like, are you serious? Fuck that, fuck them. That's a whole bunch of fuck shit.
and let me and hey RonyiQ, let me
Hey,
scroll up so that y'all can see what my post said. And I don't take any of it back. I said Duchess
Hold
Kelly
on, Jay
Love.
Don. Let me mute real quick.
Okay,
So Daisy don't interrupt her.
okay. So can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I said Duchess Kelly Love was forced into being a grief counselor during his show today, y'all. I'm catching this replay and child. Brian, you should be crying to your siblings during this time and not to strangers on YouTube. The fuck? Every time you knowingly click on James's video when he has the red shoe on his shoulder, you are actively triggering yourself. Quit blaming everyone else for you being triggered. Log off, tell a friend, tell a kid how much James triggered you. Shaking my head. The fact that you think it's rational to cry to the same folks who have spoken negatively about your mother in the past is unbelievable and truly shows that you are clearly insane. With these antics, you have no room to be trying to drag anyone else about anything. Just pathetic. That was
yeah,
my post, and I mean that wholeheartedly. And Newbie
I
just
agree
commented
with
on the
you.
post.
and the whole situation is pathetic because obviously that is the go-to for DKL with his bullshit. He has absolutely no reason to be digging people's dead parents out the grave, but he still think that that is cute. But
Yeah.
Brian's up there crying and talking about James and this, that, and the other. Like, fuck that. Anyway, it's just ridiculous.
If I know
This
that
is
stuff
my
that's
thing.
happening here on YouTube is triggering me, I won't be going around the same things that trigger me or the same people that are triggering me. No, I would go to my
Exactly,
family to
Terry.
talk about this. I would try to
Exactly.
find ways to deal with it.
And I
So
do agree with Jay Don's
I can
statement
see,
about
I
don't click
understand the
on it.
post. Right.
If you see the red shoe, just don't click on it. Like you gotta protect your own. No, nobody. And I always say this: nobody is responsible for protecting your peace, but you.
Right.
But you. So I agree. If you see the shoe, don't click. Unsubscribe. Like there's so many things you can do to protect
Your energy.
you and
Right.
your peace and like this is
Mhm.
peace is priceless. That's not something you can just I don't know.
Well,
And look at
Aisha, go
the
ahead.
fact that Jay Dunn says every time you knowingly click on James's video, you are actively triggering yourself. That's true. He's
That's
triggering
true.
himself.
It's very much true. And I know Aisha was saying whenever I first got up here that I might not understand. I understand completely.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
No,
Because
I was
this,
saying towards I don't know if I said that, but if I did, I'm saying people may not understand why I still feel sorry, but I do. And I love me some Nuvi. I just know he's coming from a place of deep hurt. And I wish he would, get whatever help he needs, because
But
that's not
Nubiology
a good
wasn't the
place to
one
be.
who hurt him.
I agree.
And
Nubiology
that's
didn't
one of
hurt
the
him.
things too,
I agree.
Ronnie Q, because I just want to state this. The fact that Duchess was Ghost of Chicken Salad in October, and Brian is clicking on his link in May to cry about his mama
Oh, I
is
forgot about
ridiculous.
that part.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
the
part.
Yeah.
Brian displayed yesterday is the equivalent of if I would have been clicking on VS link crying about my own mama after she did that mock funeral. And that I just don't get. Where
And
is
then
the loyalty
So
to your
wait.
mother?
Well, they did both, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, and this was a couple of weeks ago, they both apologized to each other because Brian
okay,
did drag
okay,
DKL's mom
okay. Yeah, he didn't
about
drag
something.
DKL's dead mom. He didn't drag DKL's dead mom. And DKL found what Brian said about he hoping, and Brian didn't drag his mom until he dragged his mom. And Brian came
Yeah.
back and said, I hope your mom tripping some hot cake batter. And he found that funny, and so he wasn't mad about it. So he didn't drag DKL's dead daddy. He dragged DKL's living mama after DKL dragged his dead mama. So let's not make false equivalency.
My point. Hold on.
But
My
my point. Well, hold on. And another thing about it is that he can apologize to Brian and this, that, and the other. But when Kwani apologized to me, he get up on his channel. I can't believe she had Kwani on her page after what Kwani said about her mother. It's all bullshit. You can apologize for doing what you did to Brian, but Kwani can't apologize. So it's all bullshit. And I'm tired of people pacifying these motherfucking assholes.
These motherfucking grown ass men. Because one thing, anybody dress up like my mama for motherfucking Halloween, that's the equivalent of doing a mock funeral. That's the equivalent of every motherfucking thing that VS did in 2018. Ain't no way you would have saw me being caught dead, clicking on her link a couple months later, crying to her. The fuck? That's some simp ass bullshit. And I don't understand how grown men can actually do this, and we feeling sorry for them. Meanwhile, hold on. But this the thing, Aisha feeling sorry for Brian. Meanwhile, instead of Brian attacking DKL and James, the ones who actually did it, now he attacking Newbie. But Aisha feels sorry for him.
And you.
Fuck out of here.
Wait a minute. Let me
yeah, he attacked me too. He did attack me too, but his shit don't bother me because, again, this is my 16th Mother's Day without my mother.
Allow Aisha to respond. Aisha had something to say.
Thank you, Carrie. Me feeling sorry for him has nothing to do with his actions. I don't agree with his actions, but I'm not going to change the fact that I'm still human. I understand what hurt is, and I know what I see. So that's just not going to change. Was he right? No, he was absolutely wrong in that video, period. But that still doesn't change. I can do both things. I can have empathy for him, sympathy for him, and hold him accountable for what he did wrong.
And the thing is, like, if you're gonna do something, why do these wash and erase videos? If you're gonna put it on video, that leave it up.
Oh, it was gonna get flagged if he left that up.
Yeah,
he probably was gonna lose his whole channel if he would have left that.
Oh, he most definitely was, because I woke up this morning with my flagging boots on, only for me to get on around there, and he had done took the shit down.
But why does Nubiology need to be hurt because you're hurt? I can't get over that part. Why is she's a mom? You're grieving your mom, but you're hurting somebody else's mom. Her
who did nothing to you? Who did nothing to you?
Irrational. That shows how emotions.
And
Newbie used to be over there on his panel supporting him.
And he said, and he planned on it being better because he said in the beginning, before he even started, I'm going to take this down. Because so he planned to go there to somebody who didn't do absolutely nothing to him. She had a medical emergency. So what does that have to do with him?
Right.
He planned to take it down because he knew that he was going to get some flags coming his way. He knew that shit. He knows.
So I like get the fuck out of here. I just it's just ridiculous. These they want to be irresponsible at the mouth, and then they want to tear up. Both of them, the two of them, but then they want to tear up and
I
play
just find
church
it.
music.
I just really find it unbelievable. Like you now, and this is the thing. And at least I don't know if your mom is alive or not, Carrie, but at least I got two other people who have deceased mothers up here. The fact is, if you don't have loyalty for anybody else, it should be your damn mama. And for him to even put himself in a vulnerable situation to cry over there like that just lets me know that you ain't even loyal to her in death. Because this man just dressed up as her ass for Halloween. I can't even take that seriously. When somebody would do that and change like that and cry to that person, and it's not even a shot at Duchess, but I can't take Brian seriously at the fact that he doesn't realize that he lacks loyalty to his mother in death to the point to where he cried to the same person who dressed as her ass for Halloween. That don't make sense to me, and I can't make sense out of it.
I see what you're saying, J Dunn. I see
Who
it.
took it over the hill from the person who originally started dragging his mama. See, I'm not gonna drag nobody's mama, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Me either, Ronnie.
That their character. That is
It's
their
certain
character.
things
Excuse
that's
me,
just not
Aisha.
gonna come out
Excuse me,
my
Aisha.
mouth.
Excuse me
Oh,
for
I'm
a
sorry. I
second.
was agreeing with you. I'm
Because
sorry.
I understand. I just wanted to complete because I'm not going to drag nobody's dead nobody because that's not a drag on them. That is a drag on the person who's doing it. So if if that's where they want to go, they can take it wherever they feel it's necessary to go. I don't find it necessary to go there because I just wasn't raised like that, and like they can do whatever they want to do. They can say, "Oh, you can't tell a person how to fight." That's beyond the bounds for RonyiQ.
I agree with you. That's all I want to say on that is I agree. Some stuff just is never going to come out my mouth. I'm never going to think to say it. It's never going to be on the tip of my tongue to say it. Some stuff is just not going to come out of my mouth. So I agree with you on that.
It shows your character. It shows who you are as a person. That's all it does.
What? And I have to stand here and say, no, I say a lot of shit, and most of the shit I actually do mean. But my problem is, at what point do you draw the line and take a stance and separate your actual life and the people that you love from YouTube? At what point do you draw the line and say, oh no, you crossed the line, you went too motherfucking far? And at this particular point, I don't see Brian taking a stance at all about that. Yet every year we gotta cry about it.
Well, he could cry about it. He could cry about the loss of his mother. He may have a lot of guilt built up in him. He may not, but he can cry about the loss of his mother. But nubiology don't have anything to do with that situation. So he's
Exactly,
wrong
RonyiQ.
to attack her for having
Exactly.
a medical condition, a medical situation that was captured on a live. This is bullshit. Carrie, say something. Let me hear if your sound's messing up.
Testing. Can you hear me?
It's crackling a little bit. Yes.
I'm gonna go out and come back.
Okay. Go ahead, Aisha.
Oh, I'm just that was it. I agree with you. He can cry, but don't attack people that they hadn't done anything to you. I mean, even looking at Newbie's comment, that wasn't. She just said never mind. So I don't know. That was misplaced anger to me.
It was indeed, and that's one of the things because he had to have been just scrolling to see what Newbie put. Yes, I tagged him in the post. But why? Now, it's plenty of other people that commented on that post. It was 5 other comments on that post. But he only singled out a movie. And I'm trying to figure out why.
Because maybe that post by Newbie was something, you know, that he could reflect on, but he didn't want to go there because it made him feel some type of way that Newbie was actually right. But Newbie, they apologized to each other, and if he wanted to let it go or whatever, that's on them. So maybe he felt like Newbie shouldn't have said anything because he was at a place of forgiveness for DKL, but all he had to do was come out and enunciate that in clear language.
I was gonna say RonyiQ in so many words. That's kind of what he was saying, but it didn't, like, he could have just said it the way that you just said it instead of the doing a video and bringing it back, because he had already apologized for that.
But if he were truly, in fact, in a place of forgiveness with DKL, then he wouldn't have been triggered by Newbie's comment anyway. Let's start there.
Wait, how do those two go together?
That's true.
And triggered with your post too, J Dunn.
Well, hold on, Carrie. It goes together, Aisha, because all Newbie commented on the post and said was, well, didn't DKL dress for Halloween and then she put never mind. So if he became, I'll share my thing again.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So if he had actually, in fact, came to a place of forgiveness in his heart for DKL, Newbie's comment would not have triggered him to do all this bullshit. The fact is, he has not come to terms of forgiveness for it, but he will always attack the women before he attacks them men. And I have done a couple of lives stating that precisely, because he will come at me. He come at Newbie. He came at me and Newbie last night. He come at women all the time because he don't want to get at these men, or because these men get the best of him. So I refuse to believe that he forgave, because had he forgave, that would have been water off his back.
He could, if he forgave, he would have just simply stated it,
All Newbie said wasn't DKL's Halloween custom. Never mind. Damn. And that triggered him enough to go. I'm happy I didn't watch it, because I don't think I could watch it, because I saw it live in action on James's channel when it was going down. So I cannot watch him manipulate that video and stuff. I can't watch that type of shit, because Newbie could have lost her life,
I was there in the beginning of the video, so I'm thinking, the last I heard that he had apologized for the video and taking it down, and that was the last I heard of Newbiology. So when I saw her name in the chat, in the thing, I didn't think it was going to be anything derogatory, but when he came in and said, oh, this is going to be taken down, and this all I did was play something of somebody, and I put it on the loop, and I was like, okay, I'm gone. I was out of there, because he was downplaying what he did, and I was like, okay, I don't need to watch the rest of this. So that's as far as I got, because I thought it was going to be something totally different, because I thought that he had apologized. I don't know if Newbie has been back over there, but I think I've seen her back over there. I catch Brian here and there. It's always like just a little bit, but so I wasn't expecting that. And when I found out I'm very glad that he set it up to let you know what he was going to do early on in the video.
The fact that he still had the video is what gets me too, because if you apologized, why didn't he delete that video?
Thank you, Gary.
He's been holding on to that video for a long time, because obviously he's going to use, he knew he may have used it again. The fact that you apologize and you were supposedly sorry for your actions and stuff, why did you still have that video in your possession is what I want to know.
And also, not only that, but the fact that he looped it with "I whip my hair back and forth." Let's keep it all the way real.
I didn't even realize that.
He had the song by Willow Smith, "I whip my hair back and forth," playing as he looped that particular image. This motherfucker knew exactly what he was doing.
Dang, to sit down and edit something like that? What goes through your mind when you're doing that? You know? And I've seen Brian on other panels and stuff, and I think he has his moments when he's really funny and stuff. I see him mostly
Yeah,
over there by Pizarro and stuff. He has other good qualities, other good ways about him. I think he should, show that side of him. Like this side, it doesn't really look good. This side of him, you
right.
know, where it
And
This
seems
to
side
like
of
he
him
has
to
no
me isn't
feelings.
him. It just doesn't even seem real. It's like I can't explain. I wish I could explain it better, but it's not him. Like he's literally gonna regret this morning. I know he is,
I
but
don't
you
know
can't take
that.
it back because it's been
He
put out
probably
there.
won't. He
I
probably
don't.
won't
I
because the
don't know
comments
that.
played it
Well, you
again.
might be right though, because if he edited a video with I whip my hair back and forth, because that
But
wasn't what
the
was on the first video, then you
but
really
what
had to
is
sit through that.
But what is so odd about this whole situation is that, why is he weaponizing newbie to come at
Exactly.
James? Like what? Like it doesn't even make sense in him weaponizing her and like pulling her out as a sword that he think he's gonna hurt James
James
with.
with, yeah, you're right.
It's crazy and like negating how it impacts her or it may make her feel, but forget that. I'm gonna get at James with it. It doesn't even make sense on that level.
I pray she didn't go see it. I pray she didn't, because I know what he did was waited to the very end of the video, and so I clicked off by the time he
Wow.
said he was getting ready to do it. But I pray she didn't see it.
Mm-mm. That's quite unfortunate. He has no empathy. I don't know. I don't know. It may have something to do with some type of disorder he has. I
Oh,
wish he
and
would
he
just
said he
stick to
kept
his
saying,
positive
I was gonna say
ways
he
and
kept
not.
saying nobody. Um, he said that everybody was on him about that video, but nobody said anything to James about him dragging his mama. So he felt that justified him to put the video back up,
But
which
why
it
didn't he
didn't.
jack James though? Why was
Exactly.
Newbie used as a pawn in this? Is it because Newbie was
I
always
think
on
he
the
think it
panel
hurts
and they're
James,
close?
but it doesn't.
So he's saying, okay, I'm gonna you do this, so I'm gonna hurt you by way of your friend. It doesn't
But
make sense to me.
No, I
yeah,
just said what it was. He don't like to check these men.
Well, you did say that.
but the
I
thing
guess it's
is,
easier to go through the females and ridicule them or make them feel bad, I guess. But he could have just gone directly and responded to James. Why involve Newbie?
and the bottom line is what he's doing is okay. You guys didn't get on James, so therefore I'm gonna do this to Nubiali
Right.
again. But
Again. And
if it
ba-
didn't affect James the first time, how do you
exactly.
think it's gonna affect James this time? It's
Yeah.
not. It's affecting you, Brian.
You.
That's who it's
Mm-hmm.
affecting. It's showing things about you and your character or lack thereof.
Yeah. I agree.
They're gonna say it's something to do with his mental health and all of that. Okay.
Yeah, but
That's gonna be a
the thing,
play.
yeah, that mental health thing, and but okay, so when you are on this medication and you are on seeing the doctor, you're on medication and all this stuff, but so then you want to sit up and get high and drink alcohol and all these things that interfere with your medicine working effectively. So you think that I care about someone's mental health who does not care about their own mental health? I have my own mental health to deal with. I don't have time to placate people who just want to act as if they have such strong mental health issues when they do some fuck shit and not take accountability for the fuck shit that they do.
You better say that again, RonyiQ, because I agree. It's too many people that actually come on here talking about mental health that stay on here rolling up all day, drinking all day, want to
Hmm.
come on here. Now, that is going to counteract with the meds.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, what
And they know that. They're
understand,
told that if they are on medication, they are told that. The reason that they were drinking and using in the first place is to self medicate. So you got
Right.
real medication. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
no, it's fine. I agree with you, but that's why I was gonna say, Aisha, he knows he's on medication, and he still does everything that he does despite. I can't feel sorry for that because again, that's him actively and willingly doing something that's going to go against his mental health. It's going to go against his grieving. It's going to go against whatever he was prescribed for.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's him actively doing it to himself.
So
But then he want to be mad at everybody else.
they didn't want to use this mental health as a crutch so everybody can look at him like, oh, well, you got to understand. No, he has to understand. I don't have to understand anything. He has to understand. And it's like so many people, like since mental health has been put on the forefront of everybody's tongues and everything, everybody want to, like all these people, like you look at some of these things that go on, mass, what you call it, that go on around the country, and then for certain groups of people it must be mental illness right off the bat. People on news will say, oh, it must be mental illness. They don't know nothing about the person, and then they apply it must be mental illness to it. No, it's not that simple. Like you don't even know this person. It has to be diagnosed. We're to take that. What you're doing is because of mental illness. Well, you have mental illness, and you're doing everything to treat your mental illness in a way that your medication is not gonna be effective. So
Right.
I don't have time for that.
There's something I was reading on some time ago. It's called empathy deficit disorder. That's something to look in because you find that people who suffer from that, they seem
Mm-hmm.
cold, they seem out of touch with reality, they cannot connect to other people's suffering and so on. They
Mm-hmm.
cannot they have trouble understanding other people's feelings. They can't be happy for other people, they can't get along with people. So it's a lot. I was reading on that some time ago, and this is why it is so easy for them to hurt someone and it doesn't affect them in any kind of way, you know. And even when they hurt that person, they still try to find ways to justify their behavior, you know. Or they say they seek to say that the other person overly sensitive, you know. So that's a disorder I was reading on recently, and I can't diagnose him, but it just gave me that type of vibe where he's unable to understand other people's feelings and also doesn't know how to deal with his emotions, unfortunately. But you know what, people will end up in the long run, they'll have to pay for their behavior. That's it. That's all.
I'm
They'll have to deal
sorry.
with it.
Jadon, you said something to me, but my husband was talking to me at the same time. So I had to go on mute. So I didn't hear
Oh,
you.
I was saying that, and me and RonyiQ were actually talking to you together, but we were saying that Brian has mental health troubles. He's going through the grief process. He's been prescribed medications for it, and he's not doing himself any service by smoking weed every day and drinking every day while he's on that medication. And I said, it's hard for me to feel empathy or try to side with him with some of these actions that he does. Because essentially the medication that should be treating that, he is overriding it by what he likes to do recreationally. And so I can't feel sympathy for that because he is actively doing that. He knows damn well he shouldn't drink. He knows damn well he shouldn't be smoking weed. He knows damn well he shouldn't
Self-medicating.
be right, self.
Self-medicating.
Mm-hmm. He knows damn well he should not be doing it, but he does. And I can't excuse his behavior because he's actively doing what he knows he shouldn't do. Just like he is actively going and looking on James cleanup when he see that red shoe in the thumbnail.
Okay, I hear you. And I want to be clear, or asking, was I very clear that I'm not excusing his behavior at all? Like, I don't agree with what he did in the video.
You're
I don't
clear.
agree.
You're clear. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're clear. I just think that some people have a different level of being able to put up with the same behavior over and over again.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
see, I can't
yeah.
do that
So,
either. You know how people, how can I say it? Like, I can't do that either. I can't explain it. So like, I clicked off before the video was played. So to hear Jay Dunn say he added, I whipped my hair back and forth to it, means he did sit there and re-edit it, because I don't think that was on the first um video. But if he doesn't see anything is wrong with it, then I don't know, because it's not okay.
Well, all he gonna do is sober up and then try to apologize again. But
He
this
wasn't
is
drunk last night. He wasn't drunk.
well, he could have been high though. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say, y'all, is unfortunately Mother's Day happens every year. Your mama's birthday is gonna come every year. Christmas is gonna come every year. I refuse to deal with Brian acting this way every damn year, 3 times a year, because of Mother's Day, her birthday, and Christmas. Because every single time he do this bullshit, he has an excuse and a reason why. And I think this is the second Mother's Day that I have witnessed him do this. The only difference is last Mother's Day, me and him were cool. This Mother's Day, we are not. But I'm not about to sit up here and actually accept this, because this is something that's going to be permanent year after year after year. And he shouldn't have did any of that to begin with, because in all actuality, he cried on the panel of the person who dressed up as his mama for Halloween. He just don't like the fact that Newbie pointed that out. That's it. But it's a fact. Newbie ain't lie on him. That's a fact. He cried to the very person who made a Halloween costume to dress as his mama. So who should he be mad at? The person who did the Halloween costume. You can't be mad at Newbie for remembering that it happened. That's some bullshit.
and the thing that's going to happen is also is there's going to be beyond these holidays and stated notated days about mothers and things like that, birthdays, Christmas and things like that. There's also going to be days of, it seems like, what ifs and maybe some regrets. I don't know if there's any regrets. There could or could not be, and a whole lot of what ifs, and that comes along with the grieving process of your parent. So this is not the place for it. If he's forgiven DKL, just simply say Newbie da 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 da. Obviously he saw the statement, like, and move on. I mean, where's the adulting in this situation?
That would have definitely been the adult thing to do. That definitely would have been the adult thing to do. And people, it wasn't until I lost my mother that I understood losing a parent, because my husband lost his dad at 15. And every year he still, my husband is 50. He still grieves his dad on his birthday, on his dad's birthday, and on the day that his dad passed. And I couldn't understand at first. I was like, but it was so long ago. How does it still hurt so fresh? Oh, but when I lost my mama and my grandmama, now I understand how it hurts so fresh. It's something that is permanent. It's a feeling that you got to learn to deal with. Every day is not going to be bad. You're going to have good moments. There are moments when I laugh. There are moments when I talk to my mama out loud and I be like, this is not funny. I know you're doing this to me on purpose, especially on some hard days with my brothers, with my brother that's living with me. But it never goes away. And I think people really need to digest that and know that, because a lot of times I was expecting the whole time heal all wounds type of thing, and this ain't that. I I don't think you ever get over it.
It actually does. Over time, it does. Because again, this is year 16 for me. But I can remember when I was in year 1, year 2, year 5, year 10. Now I'm at year 16.
Remember the other day, Jay Dunn, you said you got emotional. Was it last year? I don't remember if it was her
Oh,
birthday or
no, it
something.
was my birthday.
Oh,
Now,
it was
okay.
yours, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm noticing myself getting up in age to where, like, my mama had me at the age of 30. So when I turned 30, I thought about that. Now I'm 36. I remember being 6 years old and going to daughter at work day with my mama. I remember her being my age. I remember those things. So those things get emotional. But like Mother's Day, it's just another day for me now. But at the beginning, it was a hard time. But I tell you one thing, I wasn't on YouTube about it. Mm-mm.
Can I want to ask you and RonyiQ a question. But well, ask the panel a question. Period. Something I'm going through right now is it's like my face is morphing into my mama. I see so much of my mama in me. Do y'all have that? And if so, how do you deal with it? Like sometimes I don't even want to look in the mirror because I see my mama.
Wow.
Well,
So
I
how do y'all
actually
deal with that?
embrace mine. As the grown ass man, masculine lesbian that I am today, I have to tell you that probably whenever I was in my 20s, I had a problem with it. But eventually, I started thinking about the fact that this is how my mama is going to speak to me every day through the way that my body is shaped, through the fact that I got hips and ass and thighs, through the fact that, whenever I look up in the mirror and I smile, I can see her nose, I can see her eyes. The fact, even my hands and my feet
My
look
hands and
just
my
like
feet.
hers.
Mhm.
Look
And
just like hers. And I'm like, that's her speaking to me. So that's one thing too. On this YouTube, especially Ned's raggedy ass, she loved to try to downplay me having a voluptuous body to mean that I'm not a dominant lesbian. No, I absolutely am. But I give credit to my mother for that. And every single time I look in the mirror, I can never forget that my mama walked this earth because I am here.
and for me, it's like all my life, everybody would say, "Oh, you look just like your mama. You look just like your mama," and I could never see it. Uh, like what are they talking about? I could never see it, and now I see it so much more. Even like when I look at my hands, and like when I look at my feet, when I look at my hairline, and just like simple things like that. And then sometimes I'll catch myself, and I'll have a crook in my mouth, like the way my mom held her mouth. I remember when I viewed my mom's body for the first time, and I was like, man, they caught exactly how she held her mouth. She used to do this little crimp in her mouth, and it was like her thing. And like, when she's messing around with you, or whatever, she had a little a crimp in her mouth. It was like her tail. And when I viewed her the first time, it was right there on her mouth. And then, like, I remember one time I was doing something in the bathroom, and I saw the mirror, and I had that crimp in my mouth, and it reminded me of my mom. So it's like different things like hit you like that all the time, just out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's like more memories you should cherish. You know what I'm saying? So I agree.
I think part of my struggle is I never wanted to be like my mama. And so
Oh no.
when I see her face, it's just like, and then all my life people say, you look just like your dad. You look just like your dad. You look just like your dad. And
Mm.
now sometimes even my aunts, when they see me, they like, "God, dog, you look just like your mama." And I see it, like I see it, and it's it's I don't know, it's weird for me.
Aisha, did you take good care of like your siblings? Did your mom take good care of your siblings?
Oh
Because
yeah,
I
I always said my mom should have had all boys. I'm the only girl, and her and my brothers are super tight. But also my mom had me young, so there's a difference too. You know, she had my brothers at 28 and 29. She had me at 17.
yeah, because that's my second time hearing you say that, that you didn't always get along and stuff. I
Oh no,
don't
baby,
know.
we because we grew up more like sisters than
Siblings,
mother and
right?
daughter because
Mm-hmm.
my grandparents raised me, but we were in the same home. It was just um my mama
She was
didn't
still
grow up
growing
until she
up.
had, yeah, she didn't grow up until she had my brothers. That's when
Mm-hmm.
she had to move out because my baby brother had to come home with oxygen and nurses. And so of course there was no room in my grandparents' house for that. So then she had to move out. Um, but I wanted to continue to stay with my grandparents. That was my safe place.
Are you still like a mother
Um,
figure to your siblings right now?
yeah. Those are
Maybe.
my children.
There you go. You're turning. That's why you're morphing into her, girl.
They were my first set of. I always say my baby. To this day, I got classmates to be like, "Where your son?" And I'm like, "That's not my son. That was my baby brother, baby brother." But yeah, because we're 12 and 13 years apart. So they got a different mom a little bit.
That I
Now
can
they're
see
seeing
that.
her.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
But I
I have
love her, and I always respected her. Like I never, despite how the last thing I even said to my grandmother before she passed is that I will always honor my mother as long as I have breath in my body. I never disrespected my mother. Um, I just didn't. Even in the end, and people, you think when people get sick and can't move that they would be a lot nicer. Oh no, no, no. It
no
was
no
like
no
her
no no.
it was like her mean kicked in like times 10. But I was determined to love her through it so that I would have no regrets. And I
Hmm.
can honestly say I have no regrets. I took care of my mother to the best of my ability to the very end. I was right there when the heart monitor flatlined. I was
Oh
right there.
man.
So
Mm-mm.
I held my end of the bargain.
And that's this.
Mm-mm.
Me and you have that in common itself. My mother, me and her had a great relationship because I was her only child. So we have that in common, being there to the very end. And I honestly think that's what differentiates us from Brian. Brian wouldn't
We
even go send that woman something to eat the night before she died. A lot of this is regret. There is a difference between grief and
and
regret.
regret. That's
Hmm.
true.
Yeah, and
But
like
and in
This
that
is
case,
regret.
if that's the case, though, I really wish he would think about the person that his mother is, and if she would hold him accountable for that. You get what I'm saying? Like I could see if I ask my child for something, say I passed and my child didn't give it to me. I don't want my child going through life feeling like they let me down, because hopefully I'm in a better place when I leave here, if that makes sense. So I wish he would think about it like that, but I don't know. I can't speak for how he's truly thinking.
Well, and what I believe is the simplistic stuff. And I mean, I gave Brian a good dragging about last summer when me and him first fell out. Because the fact is, when you were growing up as a child, and I was saying this up in my drag, but I was not being as polite because I'm on Carrie's channel now. I'm on Carrie's channel. But when he was growing up as a child, he wanted and needed plenty of things that I'm sure that woman bent over backwards to get him. And you mean to tell me the day before she take her last breath, she called you to ask you for something and you refused her? And then once she died, then now you running all over YouTube amok for the last year and a half, 2 years? That's regret. And he ain't got nobody to blame but himself for that. He can't blame nobody on these YouTube streets, nobody up on these screens. about that regret that he feels, because that's another conscious decision that he made. Just like he made a conscious decision to click on James' channel whenever James have the red shoe. Just like he made the conscious decision to click on Duchess Kelly Love last night to cry over there, even though he know Duchess Kelly Love had dressed up as his mama for Halloween. These are all the decisions that he made. But he make these crazy ass decisions and then want to take it out on everybody else. That's silly.
Right.
And it's a thing about, not doing what you can and doing the best that you can for your parent. There's a thing says once a man, twice a baby, or something to that
Mm-hmm.
effect, and
Once an
twice
adult, twice
Once
a
a man,
child.
twice a
once a man,
child.
twice a child. Right.
Yeah. So when you are in a situation, I was in a situation where my mom, I used to always do my mom's hair because I went to cosmetology school when I was still in high school. So that was always like a little side thing. And, when my mom got ill, it was like, uh, different people who should have done things was not there for her. And I lived in a different state. And, one time she just looked at me and she said, "They're not doing this, they're not doing that, they're not doing this." And shortly thereafter, I picked up me and my husband and moved to the state. And I took care of my mother. I bathed my mother. Made sure my mother had pedicures. I made sure her nails were clipped. I made
Mm-hmm.
sure, you have to actually physically make yourself uncomfortable to have some
Mm-hmm.
type of comfort in your life, knowing that you have done everything that you could.
Mm-hmm.
I would, and oh my, like, oh, make sure you do this. Now get my deodorant. Like you're like, look, get this, get that, do this, do that, and it's just like give me a break. I'm gonna do all these things. And then as soon as I get done, oh, she lotioned me up so good. Oh, I feel like a brand new baby. And it's just like those type of things. Like you have to put yourself out. It's not like putting yourself out. You have to, do the things to adjust,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes to help other people,
Mm-hmm.
especially your mother. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's why I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what anybody says about my mother because I know I was there for my mother when my mother
Mm-hmm.
needed me. That's
Mm-hmm.
period. I don't give a fuck. Maybe people cry and can't imagine and all these types of things because but I have no regrets and I'm cool. All is well with me. You know.
I
RonyiQ,
used
you saying that made me think about why this year is harder for me. Because I couldn't get, I'm like, why is this year so hard for me? But so those are things that I used to do with my mother-in-law because she loved to have her nails painted, her toes painted. Um, she was a cosmetologist. She loved to have her wigs. Like she didn't go gray. She was 90 something, but she was still wearing blonde wigs. Don't play with her. And she kept her nails red. Don't play with her. And she wore red lipstick. But I think that's what it is because when my mom passed, before that, I called my mother-in-law Miss T. But when my mom passed, for some reason, I just started calling her Mama. It just came out naturally, Mama, Ma, Mama, Ma. And so I think it's hitting harder this year because she's gone too. And I didn't take that into account that I'm probably feeling that as well until you just said that about the pedicures because it made me smile because we would laugh about it. I remember one time my husband went and got her some red polish from the Dollar Tree and I looked at the name of it. She was in the hospital at this time and I looked in the name of it and I said, Mama, you want to know the name of this polish? She said, what? I said, it's Go Go Girl. Baby, she was so tickled, but that was the name of it, Go Go Girl. But she was so that made me think about it when you just said that. So thank you for even sharing that.
It
No problem.
if I can now y'all know I'm gonna be me. I look, I have to tell the harsh truth. But as I sat here and listened to both of y'all say how y'all lost y'all's mom, can we all agree that we were all at the hospital
Mhm. Yeah,
with
it
our
was
mothers
right.
to the
I was
very end?
right there with my grandmother. I was right there with my mother and my mother-in-law.
Correct. I've lost many other people since my mother. Don't get it twisted. My grandmother came from siblings. They had 13 of them. So you already know once my grandmother passed and my mama passed, then her sister, my grandma's sisters, took care of me every step of the way, and I've lost them as well. But what I'm saying is, Brian's mama was found dead in the grass. His
And
story,
that in itself is hard. I can't lie. Like that that in itself is hard. Like, oh
his
Jesus.
story can't even compare because he wasn't even attentive enough to even at least be in the hospital to try to do what he could do, anything like that. And
But
that
it's
right
my
here is,
understanding. But wait a minute, Jay
Point,
Dunn. Wait a
point,
minute,
right?
Jay Dunn.
huh?
Wait a minute. Huh?
What
I
you
was
say?
just about to say Jay Dunn is right because if you notice, Aisha said it, you said it, Jay Dunn said it. I
But wait
didn't
a
say
minute.
it, but you all know I lost somebody recently. Well, a year ago. This
Okay.
month makes it a year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it this month? Yeah. And I was there at the hospital to the end. It was kind of hard because the nurses had to be telling me to get out of the room and stuff because I was crying and stuff. But you want to make sure that the person is comfortable in their last days. You can't know that this person is gonna pass and you're not there for them in their last days. Like you're
But
supposed to be helping them to feel good while they transition. Make them
mm-hmm.
feel good about themselves. And this is my second time hearing you talk about it, Ronnie, that you made sure your mom was comfortable. You were there for her. You were there to take care of the stuff she needed to take care of. Let her feel some peace of mind. In my mind, if you were helpless as a child and your mother was there for you every step of the way, it is only natural for you when they become, a child or a childlike, that you're there for them to support them. Let them feel good about themselves. Don't
Mm-hmm.
have them passing on, transitioning, feeling uncomfortable, feeling sad, feeling lonely. If I know my
Mm-hmm.
mom is living alone or is not well, I'm going to be there. And I think it's very commendable. It's very honorable what you and your husband did, to relocate. Because people who were right there,
Mm-hmm.
probably even closer family who should be helping out and doing stuff, they didn't do what they needed to do. And you,
Mm-hmm.
as her daughter, you relocated to help her out. I think that's very commendable. And people should take care of their family. Your
Yeah.
moms, oh no, you got to take care of your people,
Yeah.
especially on their dying day. I was surprised when I heard about her being out there on the grass though. Like, where
But
was she going? Was she
sometimes,
trying to get
sometimes
help?
that's what I say.
But
Sometimes you don't know because, like, my aunt, she passed in her car. She was going to work. She was
Oh
letting her
no.
car warm up to go to work, and she just had a
Oh
heart attack
no.
but
and laid her head back.
we have to
And
we have to remember that this was during the pandemic as well.
yeah,
So we have to remember that, and it's like that's another thing that could be weighing on him very heavily because they weren't just letting people into the hospital. And it's my understanding that when she was collected from the yard, that he wasn't even allowed to go in the hospital to see her take
Wow.
that last breath. So the only thing that he was left with is her final request of him that he did not fulfill.
Wow.
So it's a lot of stuff that goes on in there, but nubiology didn't have anything to do with any of this. It's back to like the core of what we're talking about, and nubiology did not write him about his mother.
And that goes back to
right.
what Jay Dunn was saying earlier on. Is it grief, or is it that what was the word you used? Is it that he's
Regret.
resentful?
Regret,
Regret,
regret.
right.
Regret.
You see what I'm saying? So it goes right back because you know what position she was in. I don't know what happened, why you couldn't be there for her or whatever. But then for her to reach to the hospital and you are not there for her, you should have been there for her before, you know?
Latasha
So
Phillips
he's
said not.
feeling bad.
Latasha Phillips is asking, not trying to be funny, but where was his mother running to for help? I don't know. Sometimes like when you're that, yeah, a lot of people I've seen like in movies or whatever, get disoriented, right before, you know, death comes upon them and stuff, so
So
it
my
could have been that.
so my paternal grandmother, she died outside during the ice storm of '94. A tree fell on the house and it literally scared her to death. And she was running to the neighbor's house when she passed on the neighbor's lawn. My dad
Mm,
was living with her, but he was a firefighter. So firefighters have 24 on, 24 off. So he wasn't there. Also because there was the storm and they needed more people on
hmm.
deck. So he wasn't there for his mom, and she passed like that. And it was hard for him. And he was a good son. Good son. He moved back home to be with her to take care of her. But it just happened that way. She was running to the neighbor's house. And yeah, so it can happen.
Yeah, family dynamics are something else, and you'll have like the siblings, like you'll have all types of things happen when someone passed away, and like uh people who weren't there will like step up as if they were there, and all these types of things. It's just like family dynamics. It's my understanding that he has sisters and stuff, and you know, maybe one of them could have thought that they were more important in the life than in the mother's life than the other. It's a lot of other stuff that he really has to deal with. I don't know if that's his position, but I'm just saying, he has siblings to deal with and stuff, and like some, not all male children, some male kids, you see them do a drive by and go by mamas and this, that, and the other. Oh, I just rode through it, and they really don't contribute anything to what mama really needs. I'm not saying that's him. I'm just saying, in your life, you see the person that the mama is so happy to see, and but he just doing a drive by, and he'll sit down for 5 or 10 minutes, and he did his part. So I'm not saying this him, but and then they think that they have really fulfilled, and when you have the uh long suffering sibling that is really there, putting in the day-to-day footwork, grind work, or whatever that is really needed to take care of the mother. So, or who
RonyiQ,
knows?
are you the oldest?
No, I'm not.
Are you the oldest girl?
Mm-mm. No, I'm not. I'm the
Oh,
middle. Yeah, so it's like family dynamics are so different. It's so much goes into family dynamics and things like that. So I just think that it's not cool for him to take it out on Newbie. That's just the bottom line. And it's a lot that goes into losing a parent. And besides yourself, there's other things that you have to deal with if you're not an only child or things like that. So I get it, but um I it's just something.
Jay Dunn, earlier I was asking people to let us know what are some of the things that you do, and you could probably also help to Ronnie Q. Aisha had came up and said, what are some of the things that you do to get ahead whenever these times come up, Mother's Day comes up or her birthday may come up? What do you do to help deal with this?
Well, Carrie, I was being a smart aleck in your chat whenever you said it,
I saw
because
it.
yeah. So my opinion still remains. They think they know everything else. They don't like to take my advice about anything else. They think they smarter than me in every other way. So let them figure it out.
You got other people over here, Jay Dunn. Come on.
No, I'm just saying that's what this sector gives. That's what it gives. When I used to come here and try to give people advice, then that's whenever they tried to use stuff against me. So now that it's their turns, I ain't got nothing to say. Figure it out.
We're not talking about Brian. We're talking generally. You know. Hey, Vibrant.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't have any answer to
Hey,
that question.
Empress.
I'm gonna keep my same energy.
Okay,
And
Jada,
I
what
can
about
say
you,
I'm one of
Veronica?
those people that I don't go to the cemetery. Like I take my brother, but if it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go.
Well, your siblings are seeing their mom in you, Aisha. You talked about you morphing into her. You may not know what that's doing for them to know that you're around for them and they're seeing her in you. So maybe it's just a part of life. It's something that's supposed to happen, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Somebody had mentioned earlier on what you could do to get over the grief or the sad moments during their birthday or when Mother's Day comes back is to just deal with your emotion however you're feeling at the time. Just deal with it. Accept it. And I was saying earlier on, because I'm about to do it, I'm going to be writing a whole letter when I'm done on here. I know the person can't hear or see it, but I'm gonna do it because it's gonna make me feel good. And I'm gonna be pinpointing all the stuff that I appreciated or still appreciate about the person. And that's just it. It's gonna make me feel good. I may cry, it doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, it's what I'm gonna use to help me deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically it.
Oh, so wait, Carrie, you were asking for yourself?
No, she was just
No,
asking
just
that you
generally.
may
Oh,
be able to help somebody else who's out there, maybe in the chat.
oh, yeah. Well, for Carrie, writing the letter would do it would do justice for you. Um, just a little tidbit because I had younger cousins who were like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old when my mother passed away. And so I not only had to learn how to grieve for myself, but to help them grieve. And one thing about writing letters is you can attach it to a helium balloon and let it go up in the air. That's one of the things that kids love to do
But they
because
say,
they feel,
I'm
huh?
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
thought
I
you
was
were.
just saying because they feel like their letter is going to heaven. It's different things like that that you can do. And to be honest, with me doing those types of things with my own little cousins during that time, that really helped me out a lot. I did a lot of reading. I went to therapy. I continued to achieve my own goals because the last thing that my mother told me was that she wanted me to be able to take care of myself. And I'm happy to say that 16 years later, I ain't lived with a motherfucking auntie. I ain't lived with a motherfucking grandparent. I ain't lived with nobody. I done been taking care of myself for these 16 years, like what she told me she wanted me to do. Those are the things
Mm-hmm.
that help you heal.
Right. I agree. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good idea. Yeah, do what you know they'll be happy about, what they will want for you
Mm-hmm.
to do. And I had to
Yeah.
learn that somewhere along the way when, one of my family members was saying to me, listen, would she want you to be doing this? Would she want you to be sitting down eating yourself, all that chocolate and ice cream and stuff? It's not helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Would she be happy with this? So I had to do, a little bit of reflection and stuff. And, I'm just going to do the stuff that she would be happy about. And
And,
I'm gonna go write my letter too.
and that's one of the things that I made personal achievements, and I was like, oh wow, and then I went further, made other personal achievements, and it was like wow, she used to always push me towards doing these things, things that would make her proud, things that that better my life in the process as well. So you just do things, and you just like, wow, they were always pushing for that. And yeah, just honor them.
My mom's first birthday, I sh so my mom passed from breast cancer, so she would go to the West Clinic. So her first birthday, I created Helen's Angels, the biggest basket ever, and we got people to donate snacks, and I got Walmart to donate blankets and all that because it's cold in there when people are getting their infusions. And so I ended up doing that and presenting a check to them. She was going to turn 58 that year. She passed at 57. For I think it was like it was her birthday, so it's for $721.58 because she would have been 58 years. And that helped me get through her first birthday, which was hard. So a lot of times it's just, I mean, I knew she loved that location. It was in Midtown. It's a location that is predominantly black. Um, and so I did that, and that helped me get through it too. And we have pictures of it, and beautiful reminders of it. And so I try to do stuff like that because that's the type of person that my mama was. She would give you the shirt off her back, even to a stranger. So I just try
Yeah,
to honor by
keeping
doing things
yourself
that she liked. Yeah.
right and keeping yourself occupied too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know you're gonna watch stuff that'll trigger you, just don't. Click off sometimes. I keep telling these people they can click off. You don't have to watch certain things that are gonna trigger you. Vibrant Love says in the chat that she was very close with her mom and dad, and she took care of both of them when they were terminally ill, and it was very hard for her. Um, and that she would not fault anyone who decided to put their loved one in assisted care. Um, I get what you're saying. I can't do it, but I get what you're saying. But if you do
I
have the
can't do it
opportunity,
either.
if you put them in a nursing home or assisted care living, make sure that you're there. Even if you can't, it's hard for you to take care of them. Make sure that you're there a lot so they see you often, because a lot of them, they do get depressed and stuff. So you may be
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff that you think you're helping, which you probably are, because they'll get around the clock assistance. But then some of the times they get really depressed there, and you also have to make sure that you're there often enough so they see that there's support, that the family is still there to support them. And it'll be the difference between them mistreating, your family
Uh-huh.
or not. So let them
Uh-huh.
What
know
I
that
don't
there's still a
understand with
strong support
people,
system.
what I don't understand with people who believe in the assistant care and would gladly put their parents there is, how would you feel if your parents gladly put you in a group home or an orphanage when you were growing up?
Ooh, Jay Dunn. Let me put on you, girl. That right there.
Well,
Shoot.
I grew up in like my both of my family, both sides of my family, they are from the rural South, and that was just something that didn't happen. I remember my grandfather's brother. He had diabetes real bad, and he had to get his leg amputated. And my grandfather, he built a side house connected to his house for his brother. It was always family took care of family, and it was like, they always looked out for the old aunt so and so. Go over there, take her some this, take her some that, get her some dinner. I mean, even if they lived up the road, it was always that's how it's always been. And like in the United States, we have really gotten away from this and not honoring our elders and looking out for our elders. You see so many old people, living for days without food and all this type
Right.
of stuff. I remember there was a pizza guy who used to deliver pizza to somebody every day, and then 3 days had gone by and the person hadn't ordered the pizza, so he took it upon himself to go by and check on the person. It's like everybody doesn't have someone to take care of them, so therefore, is I that's just how we grew up, and that's what I know. That's just what I know.
Yeah,
I
that's all
agree
I
with you,
know.
RonyiQ. I consider it an honor and a blessing to be able to care for the people that care for you. And Jay Don said it best. Parenting is hard, but did they put us away or did they work
Right.
through it? And so I
But
choose to work through. I'm not judging nobody that has to do assisted living. I just
Right.
can't. I'm not gonna
but
do it.
but it's,
I can't do it.
I don't know if every situation is different, and like, you have some people who have different type of medical needs that may be very taxing. You have some people who have long illnesses that may be
Hmm.
taxing, and you are the only one. So everything is situational, because if you're the only child and it's like high medical attention needed, beyond the personal care care, it could be a lot for one person. So, I can respect that it could be hard for one person.
Yeah.
That is, you're right, because some people, and it's also taxing the pockets too. But I can get it,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't do it. I
I
cannot.
just wasn't raised that way. I saw my grandmother
Mm-mm.
care. I helped my grandmother care for her mother. We cared for
Right.
my grandfather. He had Alzheimer's. My mother-in-law, she had Alzheimer's. We moved across the street from my mother-in-law so we could be closer to her, but so she could still have her independence. Like
Mhm.
I just, that's the way. And I kind of agree with RonyiQ. I don't know if it's a South thing or what, but that's just how. That's how. Like even if I was to die today, my brother he would stay here with my husband. Like we have all that
Right.
figured out. But even if it wasn't my husband, somebody in my family would take him. He would not go to an
Right.
institution, you know. Well, my baby
Right.
brother for one better step up, but
The
um,
family, there has to be
yeah.
somebody in the family, the grands, the cousins, people take
Hmm.
turns or whatever, but you got to be there for your family. Miss Queenie said she lost her mom 22 years ago. And what she does to deal with, losing her mom is focus on the mother figures that are there for her. And she
Hmm.
also loves, the love that she gets from her daughter and her husband. So that's also another good thing. Focus on all the other
Hmm.
people who have been, like really good role models or mother figures in your life. I think you were saying
Hmm.
that earlier on, Aisha, that you were
Hmm.
gonna honor your
And,
aunts who were also
and
there
And
just
for
so
what
you
you.
is
know, Carrie, I have to drop down, but it was good talking to y'all. I'll
I
talk to
All
you
right.
appreciate
Thanks
later.
for
you for
sharing,
Okay,
listening,
J
then.
Dunn.
Jayden.
Okay, all right,
It was
bye.
a good convo.
It really was.
Thank you.
Um, and seeing the joy that my aunts had because they were being, honored. Like my brother and I did it together, and my baby brother and I. But of course, the middle brother, we all presented it together, and they, of course, it was their sister, so they're like, this is what we do. But still, they were happy to be honored, and that gave me joy too. So yeah, and I do the same thing. My father, both of my fathers, I have two fathers, are still living. And even on Father's Day, I honor my uncles too, because all of them had a part in the person that I am today. So
I
because everybody
agree.
don't have family.
I agree. It's right, and I know some people can't deal with it because who was saying it? Vibrant was saying it earlier on. It's really hard to be a caretaker. It really is. It really is. It
Tell me
takes a
about it.
lot of time, patience.
Mm-hmm.
Especially depends on what stage of life they are. Their health at the time. It
Baby.
takes a lot physically, mentally, emotionally. It is a lot. So and you
Mm-hmm.
may end up not living your life to the fullest because you have to take care.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, I just chalk it up to this: how many years did my mom have to take care of me? I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't walk, she was there to carry me. I couldn't feed myself, you were there to feed me. you know
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
buy stuff that I needed for myself. If I got sick, you took me to the doctor. It's only natural, when you're older to afford them the same type of give it right back to them. That's how I look at
Mm-hmm.
it. And this is
Mm-hmm.
how it is in the family in general. You know what I'm saying? It is just
Mm-hmm.
is what it is. It's a set thing. There's no rules to it. It's just this is how it is. Family takes
Mm-hmm.
care of family.
Mm-hmm.
It's an unwritten rule, you know. I'm getting a
Yeah.
little
It's
sad.
just how I was
Latasha said she got to
raised.
tap out. Mm.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, Carrie. It's
But I'm
understandable.
happy that you had this conversation, Carrie, because it
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I feel a little better since we talked from when I first came in. Like this week alone has just been rough for me. And yeah,
And
I
like
feel a little
nobody,
better.
nobody has mastered this. That's the thing about it. No one person has mastered the loss of a mother, a parent, a parent.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's mastered it. We're all, you know, just diving in and, trying to cope and trying to do the best as we can. So it's good to run different things and different different ideas and ways
Mm-hmm.
of inspiring ourselves and lifting ourselves up. So it's just they say it's a grief process. So yeah, you know, it's sometimes it's not even on the special day that it may knock you on your
Mm-hmm.
heel, you know?
Mm-hmm. So the
So
thing that sent me off running Q Thursday that made me want to say, I want my mama. My daughter and my mom had the best relationship. It was something that I prayed for. Like, it's crazy. I don't know why I always thought like this, but I got pregnant my senior year in high school and I prayed for a girl. I was like, Lord, I want my mama to have opportunity to get it right, to have a relationship with her. And when I tell you God honored that request, that those two were thick, I hate to say thick as thieves, but
mhm.
baby, thicker than Delta syrup on a cold, cold, cold day. And if you know how thick Delta syrup is, then you know how close they were. And so their dynamic was extremely, extremely beautiful. And so that's another thing that I hold on to is when I see my kids and I see how much she loved them and how much they loved her, and they helped me through it. If that makes any sense, they helped me through it. But the thing that set me off was Thursday. One of my daughters initial. So my daughter's a teacher, but she started teaching young, and one of her first students wrote a letter. She's a freshman going to her sophomore year, and my daughter taught her 6 through 8. She
Mm.
wrote her a letter telling her how um, even though she was her first class, and you would think that a teacher wouldn't have things together, but how she had things together, how she was afraid she's a theater arts teacher, how she was afraid to speak up, but now she projects her voice well, and all the monologues, and she hated writing the monologues and creating stories, but now she sees how the things that my daughter had her doing helped her, and she thanked my daughter. And that was one of those moments that I really wanted to share with my mama, like, mama, look what we did. Look, because we did that. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I had her my senior year, and my mom did help me be a better mom. Like, even in the
Mhm.
end, when my mom passed, I asked her, what would you do different with us? Um, and because we had a lot of time to talk when she was getting chemo. And my mama said, if I could change anything, it would be the way I communicated with y'all. She said, I only did to y'all what was done to me. And she was like,
Mhm.
y'all will never understand what was done to me because the grandparents that y'all have is not the parents that I
Not the
have. And I said,
parent.
oh,
Yeah.
you ain't got to tell me. I said, because the grandparent my kids get ain't the parent that I had. Because
Uh
Tiana
huh.
would say, my daughter would say some stuff. And I look at my mom like, well, I know she's going to pop up. And mama will respond. I'm like, wait, y'all having a conversation? Baby, I'd have been laid out in the floor. But y'all not, y'all talking
That's so
about it?
true. That is
Y'all
true.
discussed it? Like, I'd have been laid clean out in the floor with no thoughts about it. But no, so that was a moment that I really wanted to share with her. Like, Mom, you see this? We did
Mhm.
this. Like, she's good. That. So yeah, yeah. So that's the one that just tipped me off. Like, I want my mama. Because though my grandmother raised me, my grandmother was very disappointed in me for getting pregnant. And she became okay with me having a child, but in those first couple of years, she was very, very disappointed.
Do you think it's because your mom also got, pregnant early?
Yeah, and she got pregnant early. It was a
Oh, and
cycle.
she
So
wanted
thank
a little.
God my daughter broke it. My daughter does not have any children.
Right.
Um,
I
she
can see
she
why she would have been
she
disappointed.
broke it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she knew it was going to be hard. I think that's why she
Mm-hmm.
was
Right.
disappointed, and she wanted, your parents usually always want better for
Better.
you than that they
Right.
have for themselves. So she probably just thought it was hard. That's probably where the disappointment lied. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that she was disappointed in the life that you were going to bring forward, but she
Oh
just knew it
no.
was going to be
Yeah, because she'd
hard.
still love you.
Mm-hmm.
She'd still love
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
regardless, but she knew what she went through. She knew what she had to deal with your mom. So maybe that's the reason. But
Mm-hmm.
right.
And
Well,
in the end,
thankfully your
even my
daughter broke
grandmama,
the chain.
thankfully, she said, "Yes, God, yes, yes." And even in the end, my grandmother said that she said, she did tell me that she was proud. So to hear those words, I think is the other thing that helps me. I go back to those moments where we may have been just sitting there talking together, and nobody else was there. And I hold on to a lot of that stuff too. But I'm gonna write a letter, Carrie. You gave me a great idea. Um, because there are things that I'm holding in. I'm about to get emotional. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Girl,
That's
why do you
okay.
think I'm on mute?
That's okay. I remember the other day when I did that live, when I read about Properly's bona fide mother passing away, and I was like, I didn't get emotional about it or anything. So I just understood what it meant. Like I remembered the first day of my mother being gone. And then so I was like, I just want to set up a live. A lot of people may have heard it, just to give, if anybody want to say anything nice about, because I knew how their relationship was, and I would hear her talk about her mother and laugh about her mother and what they did together all the time. So I knew it was going to be hard for her. And so I remembered how hard that first day going to sleep on the fact that you no longer have the person who brought you into this world. So, I wasn't like tearful about it or anything, but then when I like start playing my little intro music and then I put my little quote up there and then I just
You choked up, girl.
oh
I
my,
heard it
it
in
was
your voice before you even
horrible.
started. I was like, RonyiQ is going back. I heard
It
it
was just
before.
horrible. Yeah, it's like, I'm just trying to show support. It wasn't about me. It was about my empathy for her because I knew what she might be going through. That's my point. And I was like so embarrassed because I am the tough girl, but I couldn't even believe that. But yeah, it's like for me that was like really difficult. So, I just wanted to let anybody who wanted to extend their condolences because it's hard.
It is hard. Um, I'm gonna do the letter because there are things that I have on the oh Lord that I have on the inside of me that I'm like stuff that I will only share with my mama. Like I wouldn't tell nobody else certain things I'm
Right.
feeling, certain things I'm going through. But if my mama was here, I would because she's lived it before. She raised a child with special needs. She um would try to handle my daughter and my brother at the same time when she was here. So there's a lot of things that I would just talk to her about and say to her that I know she would understand that I would never, never say to anybody else.
I'm
So I'm
not
going
even
to
sure
use the
what I'm gonna
letter.
do with the letter when I'm done, though. I don't know. What do I do with it after I write it? 'Cause I know I'm gonna write it, but I don't know what to do with it when I'm done. Jaden said she lets hers out, into the air and stuff. I'm an environmental. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll see what I'm gonna do with it. But it kind of hurt me so much because during that time I had like a broken toe, so I couldn't move around the way I wanted to. I was there, but not as much as I wanted to, and that's some of the stuff that I'm gonna go put in my letter that I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do later on, because I know that person would have wanted to see me more than they did, and not only when they were in so much pain.
Yeah,
But I was also going through my own thing with my broken toe and stuff, so I couldn't get around the way I wanted to. So that kind of hurt me more, you
Well,
know.
here's an idea that may work for you because I recently, when Jay Dunn said the thing about the balloons, I just recently, like 2 days ago, heard someone say about how people who let balloons loose are killing birds. And I was like, I got to like
Yeah,
examine this. I did never heard of this. And I just saw it maybe had been just like a headline that I read. And while releasing balloons is having devastating effects on birds. I don't know if it's true. I didn't read the
it
story.
is
Don't
true.
quote me.
It
Okay,
is
it's
true.
like don't quote me. Okay, so what they
So you
do
got
now
even if
is
you're gonna do it, you have to use environmentally friendly balloons. Stuff
is
that
that
can
like the
break down and
lantern?
stuff. It's
yeah,
the
I was just
right.
about to say what they do now is they have those Chinese lanterns that you light and then you let them loose in the air and then they just burn away. Have you seen those, Carrie?
Yeah, I've
The
seen
fire of the
those.
cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, maybe you can, if you wanted to, if that meant something to you to release something, to put the letter in there, and I don't know.
The West Clinic,
I
there
think
was
I'll
a
try that. I'll look it up.
they had a family support day or something that I had to speak at, and at the end we went upstairs for the release. I thought the release was going to be balloons, but it wasn't. It was butterflies and paper, and so they handed each person a butterfly, and I didn't know this was something that could be done, and we all let the butterflies go at the same time, and they just flew away, and it was beautiful. It was it was beautiful. But you don't have to destroy the letter, Carrie. You could create you a scrapbook. I have a shadow box with some of my mom's things in there that I created. I'm probably gonna put my letter in there. Um, Also, so I can go back to it later and see if I'm in a different place, things like that. So that's not a. I mean, it's an idea.
And I still have the poem that I wrote that I
Yeah, just create you a
um
scrapbook.
I like you guys. That letter is a good idea, and I'm just like, oh, I can't get into that right now. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
just like, you know,
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's that is a very good idea, and it's like really making me think that that would be very good, a very good thing for me to do because, and like now I'm like, oh, do I really want to sit down with it right now? So
Yeah.
that's a good idea. That's a great idea to even be ready to do that. I
Hmm.
am like, oh God, that is just like so daunting. So I commend you guys for being at that stage where you're ready to sit down and do that.
RonyiQ, I think I have to do it. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I
Hmm.
gotta get it out of me somehow. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep holding stuff in.
Hmm.
And so I'm glad Kara said that because I'm like, I can do that. I can write the letter and tell her all the things I want to say. And don't get me wrong, I talk to her all the time. Like, I still hear my mom's voice. Like, for instance, my brother. I can fix him breakfast sometimes, and he'll sit there and won't eat it because it's not what he wants for breakfast, but he can't tell me what he wants for breakfast. And then I'm like, I'm not fixing you nothing else. You're gonna eat that. You're gonna eat that. I'm not fixing you nothing else. And I can hear my mom just as clear as day. You better go fix my son something else to eat. And
Hmm.
before you know it, I done said 50 million times, I'm not gonna fix it while I'm in there fixing something else because I just
Hmm.
don't want to hear her mouth. I'm gonna
Hmm.
hear her mouth all day if I don't do it. So I just go ahead and do it and tell him in a heartbeat. Don't think you won. It's just because I don't want to hear your mama mouth.
And Vibrant Law is saying also if you can convince your family members to have everything in order for death while living
Oh yes,
is
God.
fantastic and enormous help. Let me
Yes.
tell you, when my mom passed away, my mom had everything,
Yes.
everything
Yes.
done, taken care of. Went down there, picked out her casket. My mom had done everything, and like it would be like I'm over there, I'm doing her hair or something, and when I'm gone, I look, don't
Mm-hmm.
be talking to me about that.
Mm-hmm.
No, listen, because and she would always like you be in the middle of something else, and when I'm gone, I want y'all to, and when I'm gone, I want, and when I'm gone, and it's like, oh God, you like trying to like, but she made sure you knew exactly, and it was just like a no brainer. That was like nothing. So it was like we didn't have to do anything. She had taken care of all of her own arrangements.
Mm-hmm. Ronnie Q, I say all the time, the greatest gift my mama gave me before she left here was she planned her services. She
Hmm.
told me she wanted all white. She wanted her casket white and gold. The one thing that I forgot was she wanted her name on the bottom of the casket. But I'm okay with forgetting that because she also said don't spend more than $10,000 to put me on the ground. She she was very look down to the how you put acknowledgments on the obituary. My
Mhm.
mama wanted her acknowledgments to say this is how. So my mama was a cusser, like she she was a cussing connoisseur.
Mhm.
She said on the back of it for my acknowledgments, I wanted to say for those of you who did, thank you. For those who didn't, go to hell. I said, Mama, the only way I can do that is if I don't have the service in the church. We're gonna have to find it somewhere. She's like, nah, I want the service at the same place my mama and daddy's service was. And she was at another church at that time. But she planned out who she wanted to sing, what song she wanted, who she wanted to speak. Even her best friend, like I would have put her best friend on the program to speak. She said, don't put her on my program because she's gonna talk too much and talk too long, and she probably gonna say too much. Don't put her on there at all. These are the people that I want. This is how I wanted to go. That was the best gift she said, don't put no damn wig on my head. Like she was bald from the chemo and mama didn't wear wigs. She said, now you can give me a nice cute hat, but don't put no
Mhm.
damn wig on my head. And my cousin loves to take pictures. She said, and April can take pictures, but tell her if she take a picture of me in that casket, I'm gonna hunt her for the rest of her life.
Mhm.
And then my dad, it was funny is my daddy, which is actually my brother's dad, but he raised me. I met my real dad when 19. So but my dad said, I called him. I said, Dad, Mama is stressing. This was the same year, and she was trying to get insurance for my little brother. She was like, because if something happened to him, and I was like, Mama, Daddy's gonna take care of him because my brother's a twin. I said he buried Ivan. He's gonna take care of Ivy, and she was like, he better. So I called him on speakerphone, and I said, Daddy, will you please? I said, Mama's having some heart issues, and a lot of it is worrying about Ivy. I said, will you please let her know that if anything happens to Ivy and she's not here, that you're gonna make sure he has a proper funeral and burial. And he said, Yes, I am. At that point, she said, All right, if you don't, I'm gonna hunt you. So tell me why my mama has only came to me in my dream once. But for my daddy, every other week, he'd be like, I don't know what's going on. Your mama showed up in my dream last night. She showed up in his dream more than anybody. I said, and I thought about it, I said, Well, Dad, you think you're doing right by your son? Because she told you if you didn't, she was gonna hunt you. She was gonna hunt you.
She promised she'll haunt him. Okay.
I said, so you think you're doing right by your son? And he was like, you know what? You might be right about that. Because he's not. Like, I take care of my brother. Now, if I call my dad with a dire need, he's going to come. But I don't ask him for anything. I just take care of my brother.
Mhm.
But it was hilarious to me. I'm like, why is she visiting him so much? And then it dawned on me. She told him if he didn't do right by her son, that she was going to hunt him.
She's giving him a gentle reminder. Hello, we had
Mhm.
this conversation before I transitioned. You
Right.
better make sure you're
Mhm.
doing good. Okay.
Right. Don't play with my son. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
moments where I
And
laugh,
see,
moments where I cry. You know,
and see that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's me running you because I think iPhone has a delay or something, and so it makes it seem like you're trying to talk over people when you're really not.
It could have been me. But that's one of the reasons why that's one of the things that people have really gotten away from, and I don't know if people are just like really in a financial bind that they're so busy struggling to live that they don't think of death. But
Hmm.
that's something that people have really gotten away from. Like life insurance is really, really important, and having enough life insurance to take care of the needs, because people don't even understand how expensive these things can be. So it's like the younger, well, the generation behind me, I guess, have really gotten away from it, and most people, um, some can't afford it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's something else.
but the thing is, there's still no excuse. Like my dad's funeral has been paid for since my grandmother passed. My grandmother, his mom, passed in
Hmm.
'94. He went ahead and paid for his funeral, his plot next. Well, she's entombed. His space next to her and everything. Like all we
Hmm.
have to do, his what you call it program is printed out. His body will not be viewed. I said, Daddy, hold on. What about us? We need to be able to see you. Ivy's gonna need to be able to see you. He was like, Well, I'm gonna add a private viewing just for my children. He was like, because these folk ain't gonna be walking away from my casket. And it's crazy because my mama said make sure my cousin dressed her because she wants them people to walk away and say, "Y'all did a good job. That girl looked good." And people did. I was like, "Oh, y'all, she looks so beautiful." Like I couldn't even cry. That's just how beautiful she was. It was just like she looked like she was sleeping. She looked the best she had looked in a long time. So it was like, she's better in a better place. Even though it hurts, she's in a better place. But my dad was like, "No, I don't want nobody seeing me because what they ain't gonna do is walk away telling me, oh, he look bad." I was like, "How you
Mhm.
worried about what you look like in death?" He was like, "No,
Not
they're gonna be
in
talking
death.
about. They're not gonna be walking back talking about some. Oh, he look bad. He didn't look like himself." I was like, "Daddy,
Mhm.
y'all think about the wrong stuff."
Especially when they do the makeup all wrong and stuff, wrong and
Mhm.
shady.
Oh,
I don't
Miss,
like that.
one of
Mm-mm.
my babies, one of my youths, they she took herself. When I went to that funeral and they had that baby looking so old, they had orange lipstick on. It was like a coral look. It oh, I was so hurt. I almost wish I didn't go. I wish I would have just
Uh-huh.
kept the same memory that I had because
Mhm.
they did her bad.
I had a friend who passed away. She had an aneurysm. She was out somewhere. I forget. She had went out and she was at the casino and she had texted me a picture of the wheel. She had just hit her a slot or something. And then the next day she had an aneurysm. And when I
Mm,
went to her service, I oh my God, she was a dark skinned girl and they had her looking so bad and I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't even known who that was. Yeah, I hate when they do people like that.
I hate it. I really do. A best friend of mine passed when I was in high school, and I couldn't even go to the casket because once I was approaching it, and I'm like, "What's that dark colored thing I'm seeing?" And I'm like, I saw the top of I saw the forehead. I had to turn back because they made him look like so different. I couldn't do it because I want to remember him for how he actually looked. So I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't go and like go up to pay my last respect and stuff. I
that's
hate
how
when
they
they
did.
do that.
They did my son. My son's best friend passed at 16, and you know how the kids now wear their hair in the it so their sides are low. The top is like twisted out
Mm-hmm.
in kind of like
Mm-hmm.
okay. So his hair was long, growing like that. Baby, why did they slick that boy hair on the back of his head like a deacon? And he was in a car accident, so he had a knot on his forehead. So you had
Oh.
all these students about to come in, and I kid you not, I don't know how end up being at the casket first because I was setting up the flowers and stuff. And so when they brought his body in, and I saw that, and they was like, "Okay, you can open the doors." And I looked at him. I said, "No, don't open the door. Don't open the doors," because I did not want them kids to see him like that. I literally ran and got a pick out my purse, took my hands, shook his head to, I didn't move the head, but took his hair, shook it, pulled some of it to the front to make him look like himself. And after that, my son said, "Mama, um, I hated seeing Shane like that, but I'm glad he looked just like himself." And I was like, "Oh God, I'm so glad that I saw this, from the jump." But baby, they had when I say he would look like somebody's deacon, and they had just took that hair and slicked it all the way back on their baby head. I was like, why would they do this to a 16-year-old?
Some
I
people
guess
don't know
they
what
didn't know
people
what to
go
do.
through, after, somebody's passed. We want them to look the way they did before they
Hmm.
transitioned.
It's
Because
not
that could
better.
actually bring additional trauma to people. They don't
Hmm.
understand that. We got
Mm-hmm.
to be very mindful of those types of stuff.
And even with my brother, when we saw my mom, I walked him up. He can't. I think he understood, which is kind of crazy. I kind of feel like he did, but Mama looked like she was sleeping, and it was just me, him, and my baby brother. And I was like, "Ivy, Mama's gone now, but I'm gonna take care of you. You're gonna live with me." He was like, "Yeah." And I was trying to get him to touch her so he could see she was cold. Baby, he snatched his arm back like, "No, you ain't finna make me wake her up and have a cussing at and have a cussing at me."
Oh,
He snatched his hand back so quick. But the next day when we had the service and we closed the children, closed the casket, he allowed me to put his hand up there so we could all close the casket together. So I think in his own way he processed it, and I think in his own hell, I say all the time, he doing Mama worked spent all his life worrying about what was gonna happen to him when she was gone, and out of all her children, he living the best life.
Mm-hmm.
He's living the best life. He goes where he want to go. People, come and get him. He get whatever he wants. Shoot, he ain't got no issues. He living his best life.
Vibrant Law.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Go
Ronnie.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was reading Vibrant's comment. Vibrant says, "Try to convince your family, especially your parents, not to hoard as hoard, as someone has to clean all that out. They don't like hearing you tell them to get rid of stuff. Well, for some people, they don't, because they just want stuff to stay the way they are. It's gonna be a lot of work getting rid of some of the stuff,
Girl, the top
especially."
half of my house is my mama's house and my mother-in-law's house. I told my husband, I said, listen, we got to get this stuff out of here. I love them. I miss them. But this stuff got to go. Ain't no room for it. One, ain't no room for it. I understand they worked hard for it, but I don't need it.
This sounds like what we were talking about with Rose the other day, because she has a lot of stuff from her mom passing and her mother-in-law. No, and also her was it her uncle, I think, and they left some stuff for her, and she was trying to figure out what to do. She was overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. So I can Aisha, do not let those stuff get in the midst of your relationship or stuff going on at home.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. It'll cause problems. It
Let me
will.
tell you this. We threw my mom a surprise birthday party, and my mom had a thing for garage sales and good furniture and
Hmm.
old antique furniture,
Hmm.
and she would get it. She would get it reupholstered, and it would be nice. Okay. When we had this party, she had a house full of people, and every time somebody would come, and you know how people would be standing around, and then like, oh, go get that chair from this place, go get that chair from that place, go get that chair. Oh, go to the attic and get those chairs up there. And then we looked around the living room, and everybody is sitting in all these chairs, and I'm like, God, how many
Where
chairs
did you
you
get all
have?
those chairs, right?
And
Hmm.
these are not wood chairs. I'm talking about these are upholstered chairs. It was so freaking funny. It was like chairs everywhere. It was like 17 chairs there. It was
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had to get rid of all of those when she passed, RonyiQ. And
Not
just
all of
imagine
them.
the other stuff.
Oh, so
Yeah.
and what about the stuff that, like, for me, the stuff that my mama got from my grandmama house that was packed in her house because she got it from my grandmama, but she never used it. It's still packed up, but now it's packed up upstairs in my house. Like, I'm like,
No, you got to break that cycle. If
I
you
don't
haven't
want
been
all this
using those
stuff.
stuff for 2 years,
No,
if a
I've
year
not
or two
touched
has
anything.
if a year or two has passed and you've not used them, you don't need them. There's somebody who needs those things, Aisha. Treasure the
Yeah.
memories, do the videos or the pics or whatever you need to do. But if they serve no purpose, if you cannot use them, you gotta lose them.
They
It's
gotta
no
go.
need in letting them dry rot. Yeah, I do. I have this system with my clothes. Like, if I haven't, like if I'm like, oh, my closet is like getting too full, and then I'll go through something, and if I can't like remember the last time I wore this or something, somebody else can use this stuff. I got to thin the
Yeah.
herd all the time with this, and then like my husband, I'd be like, if you buy another pair of shoes, a pair of shoes has to go. If you buy another t-shirt, a t-shirt has to go. I'm not giving, no, if you buy something else, I'm taking something out because I am like that.
So do you let him
Right.
know you
Stuff
taking
keep
it out,
coming
or
in
you
and
just
nothing
take it
going
out?
out.
Because my husband got
I
a
just,
closet upstairs, downstairs. The amount of shoes this man got is ridiculous.
yes, it's like crazy. It's like, no, no, another pair of this. This is going. No, this is going. I'm throwing this away. No, I could sleep in that shirt. It's like, no, this is going.
God, gotta go.
You gotta
You
make
gotta
room to
go.
get rid of stuff, and it's okay to get rid of stuff. Always remember, it's only material. It's a material stuff. It may be hard, but once you're comfortable, once it's gonna make you comfortable, in the long run, you can't be too selfish, because sometimes there are other people who would love to have some of those stuff. You never know, especially if you find the right place to donate them to, and you can get some big bucks off some of those furniture and stuff, girl.
But
You just
Vibrant
gotta
Love,
find the right places.
yes, Vibrant Love, you never can have too many dish towels, though, girl. She wrote, nobody wants 100 dish towls.
I mean,
You
I
can just
kind of
throw
agree
them
with
out.
Vibrant
You
though.
need to wash clothes. You just
Right,
throw them
I'm
out.
just kidding. I'm
I don't
kidding.
need all that. Like right now, my uncle's furniture, again, something my mother inherited, is in my brother's room because my mama didn't want to throw it away, but it doesn't even fit in my brother's room. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So I told my husband, I said, we're gonna give him a new bedroom set, and that one gotta go.
There you go.
If somebody in the family wanted, they can get it, but it gotta go. It doesn't even fit in his room.
Right.
And then you'll be surprised at how you can just put that shit on that stuff on Facebook Marketplace,
right.
and people will come pick it up, and you don't have to sell it for dirt cheap. I mean, you can get a reasonable price for it, and get it out of the way. People will come pick it up from you, yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta step down. It was very nice talking to you guys. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. If you're not a mother, happy Mother's Day to your mother. And yes, and happy Mother's Day to you guys in the chat. I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day, or your mom has a great Mother's Day. And that's it. And I'll be in the chat. I gotta go walk my doggies. So
thank you so much for coming up, RonyiQ. I appreciate it.
All right,
I thank y'all for
the conversation was good.
Yes,
it was.
Yes, and I'm walking away feeling good, so I appreciate it, Carrie. For
You're
one,
so
letting
welcome.
me up. Two, I was able to flat iron my hair.
You're done right now?
Yes. Well,
there
talking to
you
you, so I'm
go.
gonna go get my ends trimmed. But I thank you for even just having this conversation and letting me up, because I do feel a lot better.
That's so good. I'm happy you could, come up here and talk to RonyiQ and Jay Dunn and myself.
Yeah.
And, the chat also, gave their pieces too. So I'm happy you were able to, talk and feel a little bit better,
I do. And I thank
a lot
y'all.
of people are going through a lot of things, emotions during this time,
Yeah.
Mother's
And like
Day.
I said, I couldn't understand at first why, until RonyiQ shared, and I was like, maybe that's it. That is it. It's finally hitting me that, Mama is gone. Even though we still see the house across the street, she's not there anymore. And it was during COVID, like you said, so that was a hard time because we weren't able to be at the hospital with her. I just thank God they allowed us to bring her home, so she could pass at home. Versus
girl, I was so frustrated that you couldn't stay too long in the rooms and stuff, so that pissed me off a lot. So it was a lot, and a lot of people couldn't go in at any one time, so you had to be worried about who's next, who could go in next. It was a lot to deal with, but consider the letter, whatever else.
I'm definitely doing that. I'm definitely doing that.
Right.
But I just thank you for even having a conversation. I'm gonna put this hair in ponytail before it freezes back up, because I'm already starting to sweat. So I can get the super cut. So
thank you so much for coming up, Aisha.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're more than welcome.
Everyone.
And happy Mother's Day to you too. And happy Mother's Day to everyone in the chat. Okay.
Thank you, Carrie.
Bye, Aisha.
Please.
Let me see if I can do it using my phone. Hold on.
If you can't, I'll be at my phone.
I think I did it. There we go. There you go. This conversation was really good. It's a Mother's Day coming up. A lot of people are going through different emotions at this time. For those who are mothers, happy Mother's Day. For those who are soon to be mothers, happy Mother's Day. Those who are thinking of becoming a mother, keep that faith going. You'll become one soon. For those who have lost their mom, try to find things to do that'll help you to feel good about your mom. We were talking about different things that we could do. We had Jay Dunn up here earlier on, and RonyiQ, as well as Aisha, who told us about some of the things that they've done or they gave a little advice. And I'm also, for those who have not been taking care of their mom or calling them or doing what they need to do as the child to be, to honor their parents or honor your mom, it's probably time for you to think about that. It's probably time for you to think about stepping up, doing for your mom what she did for you while you were helpless. Doesn't mean you need to call more, doesn't mean you need to check on her more, find if she needs stuff, visit more, buy stuff, check to find out if she's able to afford certain things, because some moms are so proud they won't tell you. But have those conversations with your mom. For those who just lost their mom, and not even just, because people have lost their mom years and are still trying to deal with it, try to always remember the good things the good memories that you had with your mom, and cherish those moments. Try to think about what it is that your mom instilled in you that makes you the person who you are today. You know what I'm saying? There's still happy moments to be had. I went through a wave of emotions. Most of the times I was muted on here because, you know, it's been a whole year. We're in the month of May. It's been 1 year since, whatever. You guys know, for those who are here with me. And it's a process. It takes a lot. And it's, I've had a few moments, of breaking down. Even while on here, I'm muted and stuff because I did get a little sad talking about it and stuff. But at the same time, I'm going to take my own advice and think about the good moments. And I'm going to write my letter and, express my feelings. And also think about the fact, especially, I spoke about this earlier on. I was eating certain, I had started eating a lot of chocolate, a lot of ice cream. I was just, eating to console myself, just the sweets at the time. And I really don't like sugary stuff. And I was doing all of that to comfort myself, dealing with the loss of my loved one. And it took my aunt to speak to me and like, do you think that she would like to see you doing this to yourself? Are you trying to get diabetes? What are you trying to do to yourself? Would she be happy knowing that you are doing, the things that you're doing? So you got to also think about that. Would they be happy with the things that you're doing? So I know grieving may take you, it may take different forms, but don't hurt yourself in the process. Would your loved one want to see you hurt yourself? And hurting yourself could also mean how you're eating or not eating. Because I even went through that too of not eating. It was a lot. One point I wasn't eating. The next point it was me craving all that sugar and stuff to comfort myself. So it brings a wave of emotions and stuff and you get overwhelmed. But think about whether or not that person would want you to do what you're doing to yourself. It just is what it is. I appreciate you all for staying and sticking with me. Thank you again, Jay Dunn and RonyiQ and Aisha. Lovely Love was up here earlier on. Lovely Love. I don't know if it's ADHD or whatever she has. She can't stick around for too long, and when conversations get serious, she's gonna go away. I think she even typed it in the live that she was going live. So Lovely Love did drop down and go live too. Um, Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Whatever you got to do to make yourself happy, do it. Okay. Let me see what the chat is saying. Thanks for okay, Aisha. Okay, try walking or garden to feed your soul. You'll feel fabulous. And also, guys, if you know that you're going to be triggered by some of the stuff you're going to see on TV or on YouTube or whatever tomorrow because, it's a sensitive time for you, don't click on. Don't turn the TV on. You could also go play some music. You could go outside and do stuff. You know, find something to do that won't trigger you. Because some people really can't deal with, this particular day that's being celebrated. If it is that you're going to be triggered by some of the stuff you see or hear, log off or don't turn the TV on. Play some music that you love. Do some cleaning around the house. Do something that distracts you from what is going on. Okay. You'll make it. Take stuff one day at a time. Shout out to those in the beef sector who, may have just lost their mom. I think I remember Beach. This Beach is better. There's Rose. There's Properly Bonafide. Well, just everyone. It doesn't matter if it was last year, this year, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We got Jay Dunn, there's Brian, there's Aisha, there's so many, there's Ronnie. There are a lot of people who have lost their mom, and this particular time, there goes Vibrant too. This particular time may be a little bit hard for them, you know, but do what works for you and think about the good moments. And that's that on that. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Enjoy your day. And I will see you whenever I can. Sometimes if I don't come on here, guys, it's just me being really busy. I can't come on here all the time. When I do find time, I do. But I got to take care of life, take care of business, take care of family, and make sure that I got myself set, because YouTube is not a job for me. It's just entertainment. Okay. Bye, guys, and I will see you when I see you. And with that, I'm going to go out on the drums. Yes, I love listening to drumming. And that's it, and that's all. I'll see you guys whenever I can come again. Bye.